Hi, and welcome to the best thing you watched this week. We have Chris from Movies and Munchies, myself, Ruben from the Ruby Tuesday. We are continuing our podcast in Spooky Month, which is the favorite time of the year. It should be your favorite time of the year. Definitely has become my favorite time of the year. I know Chris is probably going to be talking about Terrifier 3. I hope, fingers crossed, because I haven't gotten seen it yet, so I'm very excited to hear his thoughts on it. Yeah. Okay, that's a little teaser for things to come. We're changing up the formula slightly this week because we're trying to be more concise, but also trying to give more time to the chat. So if you see things are slightly different, don't worry. There's gonna be more, but maybe not in this show. There might be some sneak peeks with us together in the future. We'll get to that later. But for now, I'm very excited to talk about some of the things that I had that were best things. I watched so much this week, Chris. It's just way too much. And there was actually a week of like good stuff.
That's outstanding. That's not normal.
No,
I mean, to have such good stuff like that.
yeah. So if you're just joining us, the formula is we talk about the best things. Chris will normally talk about 3 things that he found like that were in his top list, and I'll try and do 3. We'll try and keep it to that. Later on in the podcast, we will talk about maybe something that wasn't terrible, but not on the best thing, just one. Then we talk about something that we've watched together. Normally, it's either a first-time watch or a long, long time ago watch. So it's like it feels fresh to us in our mind. Chris will say something about the quiz that he does every week. He'll let us know who won, and then hopefully give us 3 that we can actually guess for once. And I will ask a stupid question or a somewhat entertaining question, depending on what your beliefs are in the world and how dark I want to get. Chris, you were going to say something before I rudely interrupted.
I did? I was?
Yeah, your mouth went open. I saw flies, and then what happened?
No, I think I was just agreeing with you or laughing. Yeah, no,
Okay,
no, no. It was.
cool. Well, it's whiskey and beer o'clock for me,
Okay,
but
nice.
not for you. Have you
No,
got
well,
coffee at least?
I do have coffee. It could be beer o'clock. Well, not beer o'clock for me because I don't drink beer, but it could be vodka o'clock. But
Nice.
but I have things to do today after the show, so
Okay. Um, Before we carry on, I just want to do a shout out to our new Discord server. We didn't start it. I think Crochet a while and Listen started it.
yes.
And that's a platform for everybody to kind of jump on, share their thoughts further than what we do on here on like what they're excited about: movies, TVs, films, books, anime. It's all there and separate. And I've been adding some stuff I'm excited about. Crochet Wild and Listen has listed like some really great things that I forgot that were coming. So it's nice to keep them top up. And in the future, we plan on doing some, watch alongs together. So if you haven't jumped on the Discord, do, because it's going to be a nice place for everybody to come together. Apart from our Patreon of the bearded ones. And last week we dropped a couple of videos on there, so I hope you're enjoying that. We've got a couple more that we're recording after the podcast today that I think people will be excited to, those that are part of it, part of the Patreon, to listen to and see what we're getting up to this time around, what we're reviewing. It's £1. Like, it starts at £1. So, and that means you get over 100 videos. So I hope you guys like all the content we produce. We do it because we enjoy it. It's not just a way to make money, because if that was the case, we both would be doing this full time.
I would be much skinnier too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The shape. I mistakenly shaved my beard because I wanted to. It was getting really like grizzly. So I shaved it all one shape, but now I can see how much chubbier my face is. And if I put my neck down, I'm like, oh no,
Oh.
no, don't do that. I can only put my head up at this angle now.
It's very flattering, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways,
a couple of years ago, I shaved my head for St. Baldrick's, and I also shaved my beard. I'm not doing that ever again.
yeah. I feel that pain. Anyway, let's say hello to who's in the chat with us already.
Absolutely. Let's see. We've got Badger. Sorry, I'm also writing down time codes here. Yeah.
Badger and Badger.
Let's see. And some person that's the Ruby Tuesday. I don't know who that is. Ban them. Hello, the Bunny Dojo Rabbit Care and Bun Fun. Glad you're here.
So fun to say.
My guineas say hello. Badger's guineas. Okay, outstanding. Well,
I thought maybe he meant Guinness, but maybe he's guinea pigs. Because I was drinking, but Guinness is 2 N's, isn't it?
It is in no A, but I mean, who knows?
Oh, my dyslexic brain doesn't like letters in any form.
Oh yeah, that's got to just be. Oh my gosh, Sharath, hey, I need everybody's help too. I can't tell because there's no volume meter once we go live. I can't tell if I'm too loud or too soft.
You're fine. I keep turning you up and down. I don't know. So maybe that's just my brain. Also, I'm wearing my toque, and my headphones over it. So
so it's a little.
And I have tinnitus, so who knows what I'm hearing.
Okay, so I'm not asking you anymore. You're
what?
Exactly. Oh goodness. The new and improved formula added spook this week. Yes, we love this time of year.
It's so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Got my cauldron bubbling with me. It's all good.
Nice. Crochet a while and listen. Happy Saturday to you.
You there.
Naket is here, and dinosaurs like that. Okay, sweet. Oh, so it's on record. There's plenty of accord on Discord. Nice. And the Discord, okay. I need to get on there more. I need to be more active.
It's fine. We can say things about you while you're not there. So it's cool.
This is true. This is very, very true. You have both Guinness and Guineas, actually. Currently on an IPA, though. Okay, well.
Okay.
Enjoy. Well, we'll come back to the comments in a little bit. Ruben, how about if we do the movie quote quiz?
All right.
With that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, again, time codes here. It gets in the way. Okay, so last week, maybe I'm getting fired. I don't know.
Nobody guess.
One, Nostromo.
Oh.
Got it right.
Has that been a while for Nostromo?
No, he's gotten, well, maybe all three. I mean, he's got, I think the year before he got it all, or not the year before, the week before.
Last year.
That tells you how my brain is working this morning. Wow. But no, last week also, I believe he got it, along with, like last week, like a lot of people got it. But the answers for last week: Safety Not Guaranteed, Idiocracy, and 12 Monkeys. Do you know the theme?
Time travel?
Yeah.
I don't like Idiocracy.
Well, in America, we're living that currently. So
neither do you, but it's too real.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it for the satire that it is.
Right.
It's been a while since I've seen it though, too. So
okay.
Don't know how well it holds up, but why don't you like it?
I just found it boring. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Are you ready though for this week's?
Is there going to be some great voice acting in it?
No, I don't. No, not really.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
not like last week. I enjoyed doing Brad Pitt last week. That was fun.
That was fun.
This one, I think one or two of them will be fairly easy. The other one's going to be a little vaguer, more vaguerity. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Enough wasting time here. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Okay, that one is. I'm not supposed to do that, am I? Okay.
No, you're not. What? Come on. No. Number 2. I'm not sleeping in my car again. It smells like Hot Pockets and feet.
So far, I think I got both of these.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're friends till the end, remember?
No, that one stumped me. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us know in the comments, whether it's on the replay or you could do it in the chat. The chat makes it more difficult because everybody gets to see it. But whatever, that's okay. We'll give you the shout out next week. But Ruben, do you have a question for us?
Yes. I think it was yesterday, just yesterday, I saw a bunch of news drop for a sequel to Wild Robot, which is, I believe, I still haven't seen it. So the sequel's in the works, even though it's like still coming out. Don't think it's even out yet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But, and all the news I hear is just that film's great. So I was thinking about like films that have come out recently, because I normally moan about prequels and sequels, and we don't have an original bone in our body. But sometimes sequels, we find that like niche, that really golden place where like they're excellent. In fact, this morning I was watching Doctor Sleep, the director's cut.
Oh,
and I was just like, I knew it was good, but every time I watch it, it was like, oh, this is really good. What film do you think of recently that has done really well? Do you think would make a unique enough story to actually do a sequel in? Not one that's like being a cash grab, because we had we had Joker 2, and that was fantastic, as you know.
You enjoyed that one.
Oh yeah, loved it.
5 out of 5.
5, easy 5. But I mean, we could get sequels to such movies like Crackoon. Remember Crackoon 2?
Well, we probably will.
Yeah. The Reckoning. Raccoon, The Reckoning.
Oh, okay. So what, I'm sorry, what was your question?
So the question is, of the movies that you watched this year, the ones that you really enjoyed, which one do you think would make a good sequel for?
Ooh. Let me look. Because this is also hard because my brain doesn't allow
you have
me
to think. Like,
well,
have I watched movies this year?
What I've watched this year?
What are movies?
Yeah, exactly. What's funny is like a lot of the ones that I have absolutely loved, I wouldn't want there to be a sequel.
So they stand alone as a great, but if they made a sequel, it'd be like, that is just for the cash.
Yeah, I think the one that I could go with, because it was confirmed that was part of a universe now, so not necessarily a sequel, but at least adjacent, Abigail.
Oh, I see. Like another story in that universe.
Yeah, you take Radio Silence because they did Ready or Not, they did Abigail, and have confirmed that those are both in the same universe. Not that they're like totally tied together, like you'll see a crossover or anything, but so I could see. I mean, I had fun with both of those. I think Radio Silence, they do an amazing job at giving us some really good, fun horror.
Yeah,
I mean,
Abigail was great.
Oh yeah, we just rewatched Ready or Not last week. I just needed something. I needed something familiar, where I could drink and smoke. So we went to the Winchester. No, but no, I needed something that was familiar, that I didn't have to really think about, but I enjoyed it every beat of the way over again. So anyway, that would be my answer. Abigail, the sequel or universe adjacent to Abigail would be fine.
Yeah, nice.
What about you?
Well, I'm going to talk about Hellboy, the Crooked Man today. But another indie horror in the Hellboy universe, I could watch many of those. So,
okay.
Where we've had the Hellboy 1 and 2 from Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Yeah. they were big blockbusters and fairy tales, and they were great. Don't get me wrong, I love them. Ron Perlman, fantastic. But I was surprised at how well the indie vibe worked for Hellboy, especially when you go into the folklore horror vibe. And so drawing more from that works, I think, could be excellent.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, let us know then. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear that. Do we want to dive back into the comments for a minute, or do we want to?
Yeah, I think we can keep up. I don't think there are that many comments, so let's dive back in.
Cool. Okay. So we've got, let's see here, got to find out the... It is Festival Day in India. What is the festival? What's, what festival is going on, I think? Or is it music festival? I don't know. My big guess would be it wouldn't be, but... Luna Cascade, good morning. We're glad you're here. Okay. So background, Wild Robot, based on 3-book series. Ooh.
Interesting. So maybe they'll do a 3.
Yeah. Well, and I guess because I still haven't seen it either, but if from what everybody says, all the reactions, all the reviews, everything like that is, if they can do the second one just as good as the first one, and then, I mean, you might have like a How to Train Your Dragon type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. A new animated trilogy would be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Badger saw a rumor regarding Severance, that the series plot has been mapped out. I would hope it has been mapped out. That
that's not lost. Yeah.
yeah, because it's I mean, the second season comes out January, I think.
Yeah, it's January. So, I remember us finding out and like, but that's so long away still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, it's mind-blowing, that series. Oh, just kidding. You just started watching Fauda. Oh my gosh. It gets better after season 1. Season 1 was great, but I got to tell you,
better.
In season 2, if I'm remembering correctly, dude, you're not ready.
It's very, very tense.
Yeah, it just if parts of that, if I'm remembering, parts of it wrecked me because I was like, no, that's not okay.
You've seen all the seasons, right? Did you watch season 4?
I think I did.
Yeah,
I think
I seem to remember there being a review,
maybe, or at least a discussion, right?
Yeah.
So. Luna is saying, although movies have been relatively better than 2023, unfortunately, in their opinion, movies have been inconsistent. Oh, mainly focus on TV series.
TV has been good this year. Yeah,
there has been good, but I am struggling. Like, there has been some bad movies. There have been some dog crap movies, but there have been some like
I don't have as nearly good movies as you have in your. Yeah, like
really?
if I looked at the ones I reviewed, there's very few that I've given 5-star to.
Oh no! Well, no. There's very few that I've given like the perfect score to. But if I think back to just how much fun was it? Did I love it? Do I want to rewatch it? Did it keep me thinking afterwards? That's the big thing for me.
If I want to rewatch it, that means for me it was good. It was that enjoyable.
Yeah. So I've actually just straight up deleted things off my list, and I have 18 right now. I had close to 25.
Wow, for your top 10.
For my top 10. Yes.
Nice.
So. I'm sorry that your movie-going experience has not been awesome.
But at least TV's been good, and I'm there with you. I've really enjoyed TV. Yeah,
we have had some spectacular TV.
And
I'm pissed about some things that have been canceled.
Oh my gosh, didn't we get some news this week? That was...
And everybody... I love, though, that the fact that everybody's talking about... because Chaos was canceled on Netflix. And so now... people are beginning to more focus on this is why you don't have viewership on your new original series
Yep.
because
Yep.
you cancel
And
them.
we can't trust anything, especially Netflix. We can't trust anything they put out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if it does get renewed, some of those get cancelled that were renewed. And even if it is renewed, some of those would take 3-4 years to get to the sequel, which is stupid.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you saw this, but Diplomat comes out the end of the month.
Yeah.
Season 2 on Netflix. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so it hasn't come out yet. They've already announced season 3.
So now they've taken away who is running this company. So now they've taken away any kind of people are going to survive. It's not dangerous. I know it's about the diplomat, but if you've seen season 1, it was pretty damn tense.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was so.
It's great writing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited that there's a season 3 already too, which
But
hopefully that means they're gonna.
I guess
get on it now.
that means our main characters survive everything.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was because that happened with you, right?
Yeah,
with you.
Stupid. Yeah, you particularly a strange one because I know they're the books, but a lot of people hadn't read the books and even like heard of it, right? So this was a series that people were watching to see when the dude was finally going to get caught or killed. But to announce another season midway through the season that's airing, this is bonkers. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the Emily in Paris, season 23 or something like that.
I can't believe that show's still going, and it's had like one of the lowest ratings for the newest season, and they just renewed it, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Yeah. Anyway, Sharath, I have not watched Sweetpea because I don't have stars, but I may start a trial under a new email address just so I can watch this because I know Ruben hit me up during the week and he's like, dude.
Yeah, Sharath, I reviewed it, which makes me sad that you don't know that about my reviews.
Friendly reminder, like, share, subscribe. Ruben with the Ruby Tuesday.
I'm playing.
No.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
Nice. Luna watched Sweetpea last night. Is it all out at once?
It's all out. Yeah. Well, at least in the UK on Sky, they just dropped all 6 episodes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. Badger is Ruben. I saw some of the comments you got on your Tomb Raider review. It was a great review, by the way, and totally agree. It's worth a watch. People who obsess over animated women and get angry, so sad.
I know. I don't. Man, dude, I was trying not to talk about this week because they just pissed me off so much. I just don't get it. They're literally complaining about a cartoon, a Tomb Raider cartoon character who's got thicker thighs and smaller boobs. Like that's what you're complaining about on the internet. If they knew anything about Tomb Raider, they'd know that the design of Tomb Raider has changed all the way back, literally in every game. The first one, her boobs were pointed because that's what the graphics could do. So if you want that, I'm sure there's a website where you can go find the niche that you desire. But seriously, that shows so much what type of person you are.
And to actually type that out into the public sphere too, that lets you know what kind of.
I was having a good week with good comments, with good content creation, and then I was just reminded that the cesspool of people that they are. Anyway, that just means drink more beer.
There you go. Need more sci-fi TV. Oh, yeah, because it's been kind of a tough year for Outer Range canceled.
Oh, yeah. Again, just some great stories left hanging.
Yeah.
Makes me sad.
Yeah. Let's see here. There was a good, twisty, crazy movie, Strange Darling. It's a wild ride.
I didn't talk about it last week, but my wife and I watched it finally. And yeah, it got us talking. We're like, what the heck? Like, you think you know what it is, and then it's like, I bet it could be this. And when it was this thing, I was like, huh, they actually went there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I loved it. I agree though, Luna, that I'm not sure knowing the twists in it.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm willing to watch it again because I really really enjoyed it the first time. But I think to movies like Seven, like Usual Suspects,
Yeah.
something like that, where I know the twist, but that doesn't negate all of the everything that came before it. And so I'm very curious at what's going to happen when I rewatch this. Is
And
it
maybe
gonna
you keep hoping that there's something different in the box.
well,
Put the bunny back in the box.
yeah,
Is this the
yeah.
fluffy bunny? Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so Sharaf watched Strange Darling, Kato
Nice.
Lake,
Yeah.
Never Let Go, The Wasp. The Wasp. I don't.
I've heard about that.
I've heard
Someone
of
mentioned
that.
that last week as well.
Yeah, I heard of that, but I don't.
Hmm.
I haven't seen that one. Okay, well, good. That's wow. Those are all pretty good
Is
scores
that a
there.
new
That's
Marvel film? The Wasp? This is part
no.
4.
Yeah, no, we already had that. Not Without Singing the Blues. Hey there. When is Silo coming back?
7th
Ooh.
November.
Oh, that's right. You told me that the
The screeners are up.
the screeners are out. Woo-hoo. Sorry, everybody. That's just rude.
This is rude.
Oh, hey, Utaka. We're so glad you're here. Okay, so a sequel or a prequel to know more about things will be different. Yes, because there are some logic answers that I just need.
But there's so much more world you could play with than that. Those storylines particularly, there is a world there where you could create much more if you're good at writing. If you have someone like who can write dark, right?
Yeah.
And you make them a nice complex but relatable, related to each other, that works in a way that you don't like immediately dissect and go, yeah, that doesn't work. Because there were a couple of things I was like, eh?
Yeah.
How?
Well, yeah, exactly. So yeah. Well, and I want to know more about two people in particular.
Mm,
That we
I
need.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So good one. Shiny.
What's up?
Luna enjoyed Kato Lake. It was fun. It was yeah, it was.
It's different.
Yeah, just installed Discord. How do I get to the chat for this?
We will put it in the chat and you can click on the link. How about that?
Okay, you gonna do that?
Yes.
Okay. Silo books are better than the TV show.
Uh,
Oh.
I've read all the Silo books and they are great. But the first season did do it justice. They did it well. There's obviously always going to be stuff that's left out. When it comes to TV series adaptation, it always has to be what works for TV.
Yeah.
I love the books, love them. Also loved the first season. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm.
I really enjoyed season 1, so I'm excited for season 2. Anytime we get Rebecca Ferguson.
I mean, she's
In that,
fantastic.
yeah, just in that badass role.
Yeah.
Utaka, oh, you watch Sweet Pea also. Everybody's making just Shiny like in the first episode. F the sister. I don't know what that means. Do not explain it either. Just leave it there. Leave it there. Oh, nuts. Yeah, I think talking about the Silo books there. Okay, the conversation going on there, which is great. You heard, I don't know what you heard. Sweet Pea is weekly here in Stars. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Oh, that
I am
sucks.
going to use a
Just
VPN,
use your
though.
VPN and jump to Sky. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Someone needs to revoke Emily's visa. Again, I don't even know what that's involving, so stop, everybody. I don't want to... Because I like Ella Purnell. She's been great. I mean, we got her in
Fallout was great.
Fallout. Yeah, she was. Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets, she's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Crochet while listen, can you share the Discord link? Because I'm looking for it, but I'm struggling to find it.
I can find it.
It's good
if you want. Okay.
We have people there.
I know. Bought the Tomb Raider because of the pointed goods.
Nice.
Again, typing these things out in the public sphere. I'm not. Oh, Stroth is going to turn on the notifications so that.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. I'm feeling the love now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, episode by episode. If it continue, but one a week, I'm not sure you're going to continue. See, that
sucks.
With so many other things, too. Yeah.
I'm double checking now. I'm just signing into.
To make sure that it actually.
Yeah, maybe I was talking to.
Maybe because you got the screeners, and so you. Oh, Dan the Man. Hey there, Art the Clown would be a good guest character for the Outlast Trials game. I don't know what game that is, but.
Yeah, it's a horror game. They just keep adding new scary things. It's nice. I mean, it's two tens for me. There's jump scares around every corner, and they really work well. So I'm like, no.
Is this the game where you're like in a insane asylum or something, and you just have like a flashlight?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My kids had played that a long time ago. Yeah. That. Oh gosh, could you imagine that? No.
No, we don't see the Discord link. Sorry, not in the chat, at least.
Oh, you know what? Because I think a lot of the time it gets killed because they kill the link. Yeah, let me see if I can put it. Okay, I put it in the chat.
Okay, cool.
So there you go.
Nice. Wait. It is all here in the UK. It's all 6 episodes of dropped.
Really? Golly, yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, Crochet a while and listen. Watched Monster Squad.
Nice.
Ruben, have you seen that, Ruben?
Yeah, many years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I watched it in the theater when it came out.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, I barely remember it, so it's definitely time for a rewatch.
Yeah, I watched it with my kids, and we laughed. I mean, it's very just cringy and campy, but hey. Brilliant Minds, episode 1 and 2.
Don't know what that is.
Brilliant Minds is. Oh, I'm thinking Criminal Minds. I don't know what Brilliant Minds is either. No. The Perfect Couple. Oh, okay, yeah, with Nicole Kidman. There, okay, 3 out of 5. Cruella.
The movie.
The movie.
Okay.
High Rise from 2015. I don't remember that.
We're not talking about an anime.
No, I think it's I don't know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, and then The Mummy. That Brendan Fraser is just.
Is that 4.5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Because the writing's so squished for me. So.
Yeah. It was 4.5 out of 5. It is just what a great movie that is. We need more good space movies like Interstellar, Gravity, The Martian.
Oh my gosh. 3 spectacular films there. In fact, I'd probably rate all of those 5s.
It's funny. I was rewatching Interstellar. Maybe I told you this. I don't know. My
you did last week, and you realized how great the music was.
Yeah. Well, December 6th in the U.S., Interstellar is hitting IMAX.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I never got to see it in IMAX. I would pay.
I am going to knock over little children and the elderly to go get this. Yeah, because my gosh, yeah, it's going to be great. And I watch The Martian 6-7 times a year. So
right. Yeah. Okay, whatever Discord link you have is invalid, Chris. Expired. What?
I can't help you then. I don't know.
It's exclusive to the 6 people we have now, guys.
Sorry, you missed out. You can join us on Patreon, though. No, I don't know.
We'll sort it out, guys. We'll sort it out.
Yeah. I'm going to then, you know what? I'm going to delete. Sorry, I'm going to delete my. Oh, I can't. Anyway, well, maybe I can. Luna, Grotesquerie. I got ready to watch it, and then I didn't get a chance to. So I don't know. I'm hoping. Is it worth it? Looked kind of fun. Oh, okay. So just getting it didn't mean Fauda season 1 is bad, but could have more action. It there is a lot of there will be a lot of action, but it's that tension that's just that exists between everybody and how they negotiate things and how oh gosh, yeah. I see Strange Darling. When I see humans, I see Andre, hey, thank you for the wonderful day. We wish you have a wonderful day as well. Oh yeah, you watched the first 2 episodes of Disclaimer. I'm gonna talk about that. Because Ruben, did you ever go back to it? You didn't go back to it, did you?
No, I fell asleep.
Yeah,
Why would I go back?
out. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Do you know it's rated as the best Apple show already?
Really?
It's on number 1 on their list. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it is. We'll talk about it. Hey Zed, we're glad you're here. Throwing down here. Silo is garbage because it's slow as crap. The first step is amazing. Probably top 5 ever.
What the hell? What kind of a comment is that? That's so weird. How dare you? And also, I agree. There's a mixture of emotions there, man. Brilliant.
Oh, read the trilogy for Silo, but I prefer the show. Overall, a lot of the book series was outstanding. Parts were really slow in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you were referring to Emily in Paris Revoke Her Visa now. Yeah, exactly. Come on, give us some of the better stuff. Bring back 1899. Goodness. One of my bunnies is named Sweetpea, and her ears keep perking up, thinking she's being.
That's hilarious.
I love that. Oh my gosh, the fact that she knows her name too. That's even better.
Intelligent.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even know my name, so you know.
What? Badge. I could see that. Yeah. Well, he had his long legs on. That's what they did. But yeah, I don't know. 1 out of 10. Yeah. Okay. No, sorry. I'm behind on this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna remove my.
I put a link up. So.
Okay, good. I removed my comment because if it's bad, I just want to irritate more people.
It's an evil link.
Yeah, let's see here. Man, it's an evil link. Okay, yeah, Discord link is invalid.
Dude, catch up.
Hey, if you delete or edit your comment for typos, it still shows the original message.
Okay.
Rewatched Identity. Is that the one?
It's John Cusack, right?
Oh my gosh, I rewatched that earlier this year too.
Of a handprint.
Yeah. Oh.
That's how much I love that because it's imprinted in my mind. That film. I mean, if there's people in the comments that haven't seen Identity, do not spoil it because it's one of those films you can absolutely ruin. Yeah. But it's fantastic. Blew my mind the first time I watched that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's still good the second time around. Like,
still good.
I remembered bits, but not the whole thing. And so it was
It's one of those movies where I go back to every few years, and then I sort of remember, and then when it comes to I'm like, oh yeah, holy crap!
Exactly. So the whole atmosphere of that one too is just outstanding.
Great film.
Yeah. Okay. So Grotesquerie is weirdly good, but prepare for crazy Murphy plots and themes. Okay.
Oh, it's Ryan Murphy again. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I mean, watched Never Let Go with my brother-in-law who doesn't speak English. Oh, he thought it was a movie about the slavery times and I told him there was an iPhone in the movie. Well, I mean,
Sorry, that's funny on so many levels.
well, I mean, the setting, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? It looks, and because there's no electricity, I could see that,
you can
but
totally see that until, yeah,
until, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, the twist. Oh, um, you guys cancel Inside Job for this. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, fans of Emily in Paris are, yeah, exactly. They're probably rabid about it, but
Yeah,
yeah, I just the rest of us kind of question like, hey, you can have your schlock because I mean, I love Virgin River, okay,
right. Yeah, is
and
that
I
still
want
going?
them. I think there's got to be another part coming, I believe, but
Okay.
I, you know,
I mean, that definitely doesn't cost much to make, so I get it. But Emily in Paris needs a budget.
yeah. So I don't know.
Mhm.
Anyway, a great rainy day. Oh wait, what's a great rainy day? Oh, probably Identity is a great rainy day watch because it is. Yes, yeah, it did take place in a storm.
Mm.
Um, you know what is really good too? Crawl takes place during the storm.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
way better than it has any business being.
yeah. You know what hasn't aged that well, but I still enjoy, is Hard Rain with Morgan Freeman and Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I don't know if
Mm.
I've ever seen that.
Oh, it's basically a heist, but they're all in boats because the town's been flooded.
Oh,
Yeah,
I I watched years ago Hurricane Heist.
don't think I've seen that. Mm.
It's a garbage movie, but I think I had fun with it if I remember. Like I knew it was garbage going in. Like I waited until it hit streaming. So it wasn't
Yeah,
even like
you
I
know a
didn't even
movie's
do video on
bad
demand.
when you know it's just garbage going in, but then like 15 minutes you still turn it off. You're like, nope,
Yeah.
this is rubbish
uh,
for garbage.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cusack is awesome.
Yeah.
Gross Point Blank, still one of my favorite movies. But then also, come on, Savage Steve Holland, Better Off Dead, One Crazy Summer, two perfect movies there that you have to watch. How many movies and TV shows would you estimate you watch and complete a year, or at least this year? We
Oh,
must
good
give an
lord.
answer. Um, well,
50?
thankfully, Chris has a.
Oh, you have a thing.
I have a playlist for 2024, and right now it has 217 things in it.
Holy shit, dude. That's a lot.
But that does not include everything that I've watched.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch things and I just don't review them, either because I run out of time or I am too tired or whatever,
Mm.
or it's an older thing, and I just, yeah. So
I have 156 things in my 2024 new content, and it definitely doesn't have all my things.
yeah,
So,
so
mm.
more than three, right?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
given an answer.
Yes, exactly.
The number shall be 5.
Not 3 or 4.
No.
I want to rewatch that. Oh my
We need
gosh.
to. Yeah.
So good. Yes, Emily in Paris, Netflix's content filler.
Mm.
Does anybody watch the science fiction Netflix series Bodies? Yeah. Yeah, I think Ruben and I both did reviews on that.
Did we?
Did you do? I did. Yeah, review. It's that timey-wimey one,
Sure.
limited series.
Yeah, I have like a file of Netflix stuff that's like now just blurring into each other.
Well, this is true. Yes. 1408, one of your favorites.
Great film.
It's
Yeah.
been a long time since I've seen that.
That's really good.
Cusack, how many actor families are there?
Oh yeah, good. Yeah,
Yeah,
because Joan and John.
there's another one too, who
What? There's another Cusack?
who occasionally,
Huh.
and I want to say their dad was.
Well, there's what's the Pretty Woman actress?
Julia Roberts.
Yeah, her daughter does stuff.
Who's her daughter?
Emma Roberts?
Is that her? I thought that was her niece.
Oh, well, they're family. What do you
Oh, okay. Well,
consider to be
sure. Yeah,
family?
yeah.
It's
I don't know. The ones you choose. Um, yeah, you got Margaret Qualley and Andy McDowell.
You have all the bald ones.
All the Baldwins.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, the Coppola family, even though it's director and actors there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just watched about 5 complete series and maybe 10 movies. Okay, so yeah, so you've watched about 15 things. That's okay. That's still a lot. We understand that we are not normal.
No, this is different to
Yeah.
most. Yeah.
Abby something. Abby normal. What you
Good lord.
That's a good...
No.
Oh, yep, Quaid. Good job too. Yep, Quaid. And the Estevezes, yes.
Yeah. African
Absolutely.
or European?
You need to know these things if you're king. Oh goodness. Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell. Yeah, that's kind of cool because the mannerisms, the face, all that works so well in Monarch. Okay, Ruben. Okay, one more, and then we'll go into the show. A recommendation for the week: Supermen of Malagon.
What is that?
I don't know. Okay.
I'm guessing it's not a Superman movie.
Well, it's a Supermen movie.
Oh, Supermen of Malagon. Oh, cool.
Yes,
Well, let us know
yes.
what that is and where we can watch it. Maybe
There you
we'll
go.
add it to our list. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So, Ruben,
Yes.
do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I don't mind going first if you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. A movie from 2013. I thought I'd start off with one I haven't reviewed on my channel this week to keep it interesting.
Okay.
It's a film I hadn't seen until this week, and because it's spooky month, I purposely seek out, just random horrors to see.
I'm so happy.
Let's see what this is. And so, the best thing I could say about this movie is do not watch a trailer.
Oh,
If this sounds up your street, do not watch a trailer because I I got my partner to think this was a documentary for the first 30 minutes, and then she was like, lies, you lie, liar. Because it's called Afflicted, and it's basically two best friends go on a trip that they've been planning since they were like in high school or whatever. They were never actually able to do it, and the one friend ends in a tech job for 5 years, and then finally goes, what am I doing with my life? Let's go and do this trip. So they start doing this backpacking trip, and because of that, his friend goes with him, who's a filmmaker, and so they do it like a podcast blog sort of traveling. So it's like a travel vlog film. It's just saying, hey, we're here now. This is blah, 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 blah. Here we're here now, blah, 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 blah. But it's called Afflicted. So I don't actually want to say what the affliction is because that will ruin the movie. So suffice to say, this reminds me of other films that I can't say, oh my gosh, it's so hard to review because if I say a word, you'll be like, oh, now I know what the movie is.
Ah, okay.
It's just really entertaining. It takes its time getting there. Don't think of it as a straight up horror. It's more thriller, and it's got some decent action scenes, which I just wasn't expecting. The way they film it, because of the the handheld, is not like shaky over the top, but it's shaky enough to create atmosphere. So it's not going and add Dutch angle and it's watchable, which is great. The action scenes, because of the affliction that is imposed on one particular character, is done in a way so that it's believable, but also creepy as heck. It's filmed brilliantly. There's some tight shots, but somehow they still manage to make us see what's going on. It's filmed in a way that you sort of care about the characters, but I think you more care about the stories. Like, okay, well, where is this going? I really liked how they played it. It was obviously done on a budget, but I think people are going to be surprised with this. I know a lot of people probably haven't watched it because it's over 10 years now, But if you're looking for a good thriller that has horror aspects, some decent action scenes in a found footage type of way, I think you're gonna enjoy this one.
Nice. Okay, it's been on my list. And it just keeps getting bumped up more because that sounds good.
I mean, I don't know where you find this. I think it's just like on streaming rental sort of thing.
I want to say it's on Shudder or AMC Plus in the US.
UK, it's Prime and Plex. So
okay,
yeah.
Let me see here. Let me look.
Yeah, the film Yutaka is called Afflicted from 2013.
Directed by Derek Lee and Cliff Prowse.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know if it may not be anywhere in the US right at the moment. Okay. Well, so for me, Ruben, you fell asleep and you've chosen not to go back. And you've missed out on a wild story.
Is it a story that you care about the characters though? Because the way it was shot, it made me immediately not relate to the characters. They show us that she's not a nice person, and the stuff that she's done is not particularly nice. And I was like, well, why are you starting here like that? Like, why do I care? Why do I want to go on? Who am I rooting for?
There are very few people in this to root for at the beginning. So disclaimer, where Cate Blanchett, it's on Apple, Cate Blanchett is this documentarian, and she's renowned. She wins awards, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
One day she gets a novel, little self-published book in the mail.
Yeah.
And it turns her life upside down.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. And I said this, which it sounds silly to say, but you know how you tap out of a series like halfway through or something? I mean, I do it all the time because I'm I've lost interest or whatever.
Yeah.
This is one though that if you tap out, you have robbed yourself of what actually the story is.
Okay.
It is it's so much more emotionally engaging, and just there's devastation, and there's heartbreak, and you feel mad at a lot of people. I mean, there are some people in this where they make decisions and you're like, oh, I hate you. Like, good visceral reactions. Obviously, I don't want to get into the plot much more than that, because it's there are reveals. I don't want to call them twists necessarily, but there are reveals that just draw us in. That, a shoe will drop and we will be going along with the story, and it's like, oh my gosh, what? And it either enhances what you're already feeling, or it changes the trajectory somewhat of the story. And you're like, wow, okay. And then you find out something else, or somebody says one thing, something like that, and you're like, oh my gosh, what? How can you say that? These things. I would not watch episode 3 though, like I said in my review, with your parents or your priest, or your children.
Who knows? Priests these days.
Well, yeah, okay, sure. But it is spicy, to say the least.
It's a spice.
Yeah, it's it's acted really well. It's done, but I mean, a lot of the time we have I was surprised.
Okay.
Not in a bad way, just in a like, wow, okay.
So here's the question for you, Chris.
Yes.
How many episodes in do you have to get before you're wanting to tap out is no longer wanting to tap out? And will the general public last as long as that?
For me, okay, so episode 1 is probably the hardest to get into, because we are bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
what feels like almost incoherently.
Yeah.
Like we're just, and that's because we're being introduced to all these characters and giving us some backstory there. When you get into episode 2, it becomes much easier to follow. Things become still not linear. I mean, we do jump back and forth in timelines,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
now we
as long as you can follow it. Yeah.
now we know like the general arc of where we're going, kind of the direction. And so by episode 2, like I was like, ooh, okay, I need to know more. And then each episode after that, I was like, oh, I need to know more. I need to know more. My wife was even like, "Can we watch?" And I was like, "No, I've got stuff to do. We have to come back to it." And
Wow.
but,
Okay. So
yeah,
both you and your partner were like, "What's going to happen?"
Yeah. Now it is gives you a resolution. It is a limited series. The sound design and the screeners was
I saw this in your review.
atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible. Like, no joke. There were parts where I'm like, I have no idea what these people
Do you
are
think
saying.
this was just the screeners?
Somebody had said that theirs that wasn't as bad. Like the 5.1, they could hear it, coming from the sides and stuff like that. And I was like, well, my 5.1 was none of that. There was nothing coming from it. So I'm hoping that it was just the screeners.
Maybe you needed to unplug your mic again.
maybe that's what that was. Yes. So anyway, it is the filming is, some of it is absolutely beautiful. And there is in the couple of scenes at the beginning, where it's like a continuous shot, and it's just so nice also. But this is one, I mean, I would say give it a try. Give it a go. And
how many did they drop? Do you know?
I believe they did 2, because people were saying they watched. Yeah, okay, so 2 episodes,
right?
And then it's oh no. Okay, so here it is: 2 episodes, 2 and 3, or 1 and 2. Then 2 and 3 drop
this
coming week.
Okay.
Then on November 1st, from 4, 5, 6, and 7, it's 1 per week.
Okay.
Very weird schedule, but
odd, but cool. All right.
Yeah, which I think, because 4 is also kind of spicy, so that's so you get a really good
2 weeks of spice.
Yeah, and then November 15th is when it concludes.
Right.
And this is I'm excited to see how they react towards the end, because it
if you had to watch this like it's been aired, would you have enjoyed it as much?
Yes, it would have been nail biting, especially as we get towards the end. The last 2 episodes have so much suspense and anxiety within them. And it's a lot of it is not because we don't know what's going to happen. It's because we've been shown some of things that are going to happen. And you're like, oh, but then we don't know the aftermath of the thing that we saw. You know what I mean? So
nice.
They do a lot of good foreshadowing or just blatant, here's what's going to happen. And that doesn't ruin it. That only sets up dread. So yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, definitely worth it. So good. So good. You should go back to it.
All right.
All right.
Should we go back to the comments?
Let's go back to the comments here. Let me find where we're at. Okay. Yep. Afflicted. Not Without Singing the Blues is agreeing with you. Afflicted, so underrated. Son of Soils, we are glad that you are here. Oh, that is welcome. Good evening to you. You'll sail the 7 seas to watch it. Yes, you're going to have to, Utaka, but hey, it sounds really good. Could you give your opinion on the various directorial styles of Villeneuve, Garland, Scott, Cameron? Oh, gosh.
I mean, that's a huge question. Holy crap.
I would lump Denis and Alex Garland more together.
Yeah, visual over dialogue. Is their style.
Yeah, yeah, and some creative, and they use it to really establish atmosphere and a sense of foreboding or ominosity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a word, but
I don't know if there's a word, but it should be. Cameron, water.
yes, yes, yes. Epically big films,
Yeah.
but also Scott too with epically
Oh yeah,
big films
for sure. But also he can do, because if you Alien was quite a contained horror. Like really, it's small. It's not
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
It's on one little spaceship in a few rooms. That's basically it. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing with Ridley Scott is that he is so varied
Mm,
in his. I think there's still very much character driven.
for
Like
sure.
he
But I
focuses
mean, like
typically
that's
on.
why Gladiator is so good, right? Because
Yeah,
it's big in scope, but it's about one man and his revenge and his love and all of that. And we
yeah,
just see the world play out through him. So yeah, definitely character. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah,
It kind
there
of
you go.
answers the question, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
um. Oh.
Commercial. Sorry.
I have turned it so that they're like not supposed to be there barely at all, if ever.
Or
So
maybe
I
I've
don't know.
got all of the. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I had done that though. I did that like 2 weeks ago, and I went back and looked, and like they had inserted a crap ton of commercials.
Oh,
And I was like,
really?
"What are you doing, YouTube?" That was wow. Okay, but
Just
may have
have
to
all
watch.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, may have to watch A Fifth Element again. Well,
Nothing wrong
that's
with
never
that.
a bad thing. Yeah.
I've seen it over 70 times.
Oh, who knows? Precedes this. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Flickster. Hello, world. Glad you're here.
Hello.
Oh yeah, good. I'm glad that you're intrigued. Give it a go. It is. You'll get addicted, I think. Okay, if we were given free reign in a movie studio to create a movie using any set you want, you have a small crew, but with a budget restricted to £1 million. What movie would you make?
Ooh. Always horror. I'd make an indie horror. Something like Sam Raimi does in the Cabin in the Woods storyline. Because that's you could do that
Evil
for
Dead.
$1 million. You could contain it. You could do indie actors, so you don't have to pay them that much. Because if it wasn't even a B list, you're still so kind of unknowns that really want to be a part of your project. Friends, family, all of them get roped into the 1 million budget. Do everything, and then the thing that's going to make your film work is working on that script for about 5 years before and just going over it and over and over, and then send it to everybody to give them their opinions, and try not to be hurt when they say cut that and that doesn't work. Here's a big plot hole, and then when you're ready, that's when you shoot.
Horror works really well.
Horror works because you could do so much practical blood and guts. That's where you spend your money, is the art direction and the practical effects, and that's what will make your movie stand out.
Yeah. I would stay as much away from CGI as
I wouldn't
possible.
use CGI at all. Yeah, it's too costly and it doesn't look good at that with that budget.
Yeah. Gonna watch Disclaimer. Hope it's good. Come back next week to yell at Ruben for giving up so soon.
Cool, thanks.
Oh, yes. Mr. Flickster loves the spooky stuff.
Nice.
Gives a lot of reviews on those.
So they like you too.
Oh, 1 hour photo with Robin Williams.
Oh, it's been years since I've seen that.
He did so well at creepy. Because he also was in Insomnia, right?
Right. Yeah.
A Christopher Nolan film that doesn't feel like a Christopher Nolan film. And I think probably because it was a remake. So, saw a trailer for a TV series called Nautilus.
The whole season is online. Just saying. You don't have to wait for it. Wherever you watch streaming things legally, the whole season has been available for months and months and months.
Really? Because in the U.S. it comes out June. Oh, it came out June. What? That makes no sense on IMDb.
Yes, because it's coming out on Amazon or something like that as a original, but it's not.
Well, but it says June 12th, 2024. I think we're past June 12th.
Yeah, it probably came out June 12th on whatever original channel, and then was bought, and it's all online already. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. I'm sure it's going to be as good as Sequest DSV.
I didn't watch that, so I'm going to agree with you.
Okay,
because of how you said it. That's
Sequest.
Because I'm watching the trailer right now on IMDb. At least what do they have on IMDb? And
looks great, right?
No, it does not. No.
Is there any love for Sequest DSV in the comments? Let me know.
Yeah. Okay. Have bag of movies we pull from when bored. That's outstanding. High Rise was one of them that you pulled this week. Tom Hiddleston, Jeremy Irons, Sienna Miller. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Don't think I've seen it.
I want to say I have, but yeah. 1 hour photo years ago. No, remember it was entertaining, but no details. Not rememberable. Yep. Okay. Looking forward to Smile 2. I go see that on Tuesday. I am looking for that also.
Yeah, you've seen it now. There's 2 smiles.
Scott and Villeneuve are better than Garland, who's better than Cameron.
Cool. I mean, I think they each have their great films and they each have not so great films. So it's art.
True. Yes.
I knew that would poke someone. Like, hey, don't lump this in with that. Hey, I was watching it when I was young. Yeah, that was like, oh, that's so cool. But it's not now. Yeah.
The guy who did Kill List did High Rise. Okay, cool. Kill List, fantastic. I don't know if I've seen Kill List.
That just came out, didn't it? Kill List.
Did it? No, 2011.
Maybe I'm thinking about a different Kill List. Maybe it's my personal one.
Maybe. Oh, it's Ben Wheatley. He did some other things too. Oh, I haven't seen this. Huh. Okay. That'll be good.
I watched 30 Days of Night last night.
Oh, did you?
Because it's been a while. And my wife and I had this conversation about has there ever been a film that the actor Ben, what's his name? Ben. He's the familiar in 30 Days of Night.
Foster?
Ben Foster. Is there ever been a film? The film might be bad, but has there ever been a role which he hasn't been fantastic in?
I love that man. He is,
as far as I can think, he hasn't done a role that he hasn't been fantastic in. Even Warcraft, which a lot of people don't like, which I absolutely love. Him as a wizard, I would never have cast him as a wizard. But for some reason, like the Warlock dude, he rocks it. Like every role, he brings this intense menace to his characters. That's like foreboding. Anyway, I went on a rant there because you mentioned the word Ben, and I was like, yeah, I'm talking about that last night.
Well, did you ever watch Leave No Trace with Thomasin McKenzie and him? Oh my gosh, he's yeah.
Oh, that was brutal, that film.
Yeah. Galdiator. Sausage fingers. No, come on. We're calling it Galdiator from now on. Everybody, Galdiator. I need a movie poster of that. Somebody make me a movie. I love it. Love it.
I don't know if I'll even go to the cinema to watch it. I don't think they needed to make a sequel. It's the same feeling I have for Joker 2. It didn't need to be.
Yeah. Well, and supposedly he's already working on the script for Gladiator 3. So, no.
Like at least the World or Kingdom of Heaven, I could see him doing more in big. Like it didn't necessarily need to be a direct sequel, but there's so much history there.
Oh yeah.
But Gladiator just seems like you're working on what was once your best work or what people thought who knew your name on. So let's bring this in.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Ooh, Alpha Dog. Oh, that was a good one.
Great film.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 310 to Yuma.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, Ben Foster, man.
Yeah, he's so good. Hellboy, the Crooked Man. Actually good. Quaddy. Hey. So glad that you enjoyed that. Best movie watch this week, The River Flow. Only The River Flows. Don't know that one.
I've
Never
seen a
even
river
heard
runs through
it. This is it
Oh, right.
Japanese?
Okay, so
No, it's Chinese. Okay.
It's a Chinese movie about a police chief who investigates a series of murders in a riverside town in rural China in 1990s. Okay.
You got me.
I mean, it's Chinese and serial killer. Two of your favorite things, right?
Well, at least the serial killer part. I mean, I honestly have not seen a lot of Chinese movies. The ones I have seen, though, I've enjoyed, I want to say. So, yeah. If you had to eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Triple fried egg, chili, chutney, cheese sandwich, perhaps.
What the hell is that?
What is chutney?
That? What is chutney? Chutney. It's... How do you not know what chutney is? There's so many types of chutney.
What is chutney?
I don't know how to explain chutney.
Then why would I know what it is?
Because it's chutney.
It sounds disgusting.
It's delicious. It goes on pies. It goes on pies.
So whipped cream?
No, chutney.
Ice cream? Chutney. No. Okay. In disclaimer, I got to say
like
this.
Savory stuff.
Okay. In disclaimer, Kevin Kline makes himself a sandwich, which I actually had to look up to see if it was a thing.
Right.
And I almost vomited in my lap. He took 2 slices of bread, stuck a slab of cheese on it, and then got out the jam and put that on there, slapped the bread on top, and started eating.
Wow.
A jam and cheese sandwich.
I like jam and I like cheese. What's wrong with jam and cheese? Is that literally why you're upset? Okay, everybody in the comments, how many do you have jam and cheese?
That is disgusting.
No, when you say jam, we're not talking about Jello or jelly. We're talking about like strawberry jam, marmalade jam.
Yeah.
With cheese.
Yes.
It's like a staple in the Dutch, like they eat that all the time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh. This is hilarious.
No. I'm sorry. I'm looking up what chutney is. I can't do this
If I ever
anymore.
visit Chris again, I'm going to ask for jam and cheese.
I will make it for you.
And
chutney is a spread typically. Oh, let's see. Chutneys are somewhere between a jam, a relish, and a jelly. But in India, that's just the tip of the chutney iceberg. Well, that didn't help me really. Yeah. What is chutney made of? Fruits, vegetables, and or herbs with vinegar, sugar, and spices.
It's delicious. Dude, you need to broaden your food horizon.
No, I don't. I don't, actually. I'm quite fine, thank you.
Badger, you got to help me here.
Badger, if you know what I could do for the rest of my life? Peanut butter and jelly with ruffles stuck inside. But it has to be Jif creamy peanut butter. It has to be Welch's grape jelly.
What the hell is jelly? Like, are you talking about custard and jelly?
No, it's not jam. It's different.
So
jam
what is jelly?
It's worse.
Like the stuffing you put in a... You get some jelly that you put in like a Christmas pudding stuffing in the chicken with your what do you call it?
Cranberry jelly.
Yeah, cranberry jelly. Yeah. It's not that.
It's like that, I guess.
So why did you just push your tongue out if you liked it?
I don't like cranberries. I don't, but I like cranberry juice. I don't know. I'm weird. But anyway, bread, Jif creamy, Welch's grape jelly, and then ruffles. And you make your sandwich and you put a whole bunch of ruffles in the middle of it. You slap it down and then smush it and then eat it. You got a crunch there and the whole thing.
That is words you've said, 2 of which I understood.
I'm actually going to have that for breakfast, I think, because that sounds really good now that I've said that.
Diabetes, here I come.
Yeah. And
Mhm. Let me enjoy it.
yeah. Okay, so what would you eat, Ruben? What was the one thing that one meal for the rest of your life?
Maybe pizza because you can have so much variety on pizza.
I think part of my family would agree with you there.
Yeah,
We were talking last night about pizza because we didn't feel like cooking, and so we were like, what should we get? And yeah, most of them were like, oh, pizza. And I was like,
pizza.
no, I can't do
You don't
pizza
like
again.
pizza?
I love pizza,
Oh,
but I'm burnt out on some of the
you've
places
had
that
too
we've
much.
been going that
All
I
right.
just, yeah. So, and the place that we go, the local mom and pop place is phenomenal.
Why don't
But,
you just have them deliver? What do you mean go to?
oh, because it's far away. I don't do delivery.
That's so
I don't
weird.
do, I do
In
not do
England, that's
delivery food.
all you do.
Oh, no, no. I, I will not do DoorDash. I will not do any of those
Are you
things.
worried what they like? Do you think they'll spit in your food or something?
Yes, they're
Why?
not employees of the company.
All right.
They're
Yeah,
just
true.
random people off the street who happen to download an app. And if you do this as a gig economy thing, hey, good for you. I'm happy for you, but I am never ordering from you. So just
We should trust some
understand that.
people, Chris.
No, no. There are too many
I
videos.
have none.
Yeah, there are too many videos just on YouTube where you
Right.
watch people like drop a bucket of chicken on the ground because of their Ring camera, their doorbell camera.
Yeah.
The person
Pick it up.
scooping it up, put the lid back on and come, and they're like, here. And they're like, and then they argue because, oh, it just hit the ground for a minute or for a second.
I don't
It
care how
hit
many
the
seconds
ground.
it was.
Yeah, what? No, I do not. No.
Where did saying that? My wife Kay has had a long hair, in her wrap, chicken wrap, two times from the same place now.
That would be banned in our house then because my wife would be absolutely not.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still alive, so it's okay. It's protein, man.
It's not your hair though.
How do you know? Maybe it's snuck in there.
On the inside of the wrap?
As long as it's not a pubic hair, we're okay.
How do you know it's not? Some people may grow theirs out.
It's like seriously long pubic
Yeah,
hair. You need a weed whacker to trim.
Well, and I'm sorry, but people have different bathing and hygiene habits.
That's
people have
true.
lice. I don't.
Oh, why do people have lice? Who has lice these days?
Oh, in America, a lot of schools. Anyway, no, I'm not even going to go down that way.
This is such a tangent we've gone on.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so you'd go with pizza. I go with peanut butter and jelly sandwich with ruffles
Forever.
inside. Dude, from elementary school when I started taking my lunch until high school when I could drive, and so I would leave campus to get lunch sometimes. But on the days I didn't, every day for lunch, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And that didn't get old.
I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Wow. Now I finally get because in all these American films and TV series, don't forget your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I'm like, wow, that's so weird.
Yeah. Now people are weird because people use strawberry jelly or strawberry jam or apricot or something like that, and that's gross. It has to be grape.
Grape
Okay,
lice.
What? No, gross. Ridley Scott needs to do another Alien film.
Did he? Does he though? I'm not so sure he does.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Alien Isolation is getting a sequel? The game?
Oh no, I didn't. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That game has the best sound design in any game ever, and I will fight you, anyone over that.
My kids love that game. It said it's like one of the creepiest and just.
It's freaking hard. The androids in that game are harder to beat than the aliens.
Barrister, where are you? Because Terrifier 3 is out, at least in the US.
If you're meaning on streaming, not too long, actually. A few weeks. Yep.
No,
really. Yeah. Very soon. End of October, I'm sure it'll be out on streaming.
That's
or on VOD, at least, for rental. Yeah.
Okay. Did we watch Alien Nation on TV?
Yes, I used to watch that.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I remember it, but
Yeah, I used to watch some of that. It's good fun.
uh, I liked Three Body Problem.
Yeah,
And especially now that it's been renewed, I like it even more.
you know, we
So-
both have in-depth reviews on that one, I believe. So you
Yeah.
can check that out if you want to.
The sandwich was from Red Dwarf. Oh, see, I haven't watched Red Dwarf. I need to. It's Lister, the last man alive, who's also a slob.
Oh,
Okay.
he is. Yeah, he's a great character.
Ooh, Late Night with the Devil. I liked that one a lot.
Nice. That was such a surprise at how good that was.
Yeah. Oof.
Mm.
Jam and cheese. Hey, you know
It's
what?
awesome. Yeah.
Well, see, if we were at a picnic or something and there was a jam and cheese sandwich and there was a peanut butter sandwich, you and I could be friends because I'm not going to fight you over that. You could just take it. So,
Like, no. I insist. You help yourself.
yes. No, please take it. Do it. Yeah. Chutney is similar to jelly or jam, just not necessarily sweet.
Yeah, no, it's not either of those. It's very different. It may be in viscosity, it's similar, but
When speaking about food, we do not use the word viscosity.
we do now. Viscosity. I'm just impressed I could say it right the first time.
Well, you said it awesomely, and that's disgusting. That is not a good image of that's conjured up in my mind when I that word. Oh, Mr. Flixer did not enjoy Late Night with the Devil.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah. People eat cheese on apples. Yeah, people like blood sausage. People are
I
morons.
mean, people eat human. So,
I just watched that episode of IT Crowd.
yes, so
So
good.
good.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
Nice hat.
You like it? You can keep it.
That's one of the best parts of the movie.
It might be the best part.
It's so good. Oh goodness. Plowman's,
Yeah, Plowman's Lunch. Nice.
just cheese and pickle and chutney.
Yeah. Now we're getting into proper English stuff.
Best food ever. Beer and a Plowman's Lunch literally.
I mean, if you ever
Something.
go to like live in Scotland, you're gonna have to eat haggis.
No, I don't.
it's a,
No, I
it's a
don't.
tradition.
Well, it might be. Have you had the haggis yet? It's
Have you had
beautiful.
the haggis? Aye.
You need to get yourself a lovely
Get
haggis.
some hair in your chest.
Yeah, I need it to have a very strong whiskey gravy then, because that's the only way I'm getting it.
So
down.
anyway, like
Yeah, no.
I mean, anyway you shape it, it's shit good.
Get.
Yeah.
The American line in the Mummy. Aye, Americans. Yeah. Right? That's
Yeah, exactly.
jelly wobbles, jam spreads, preserve is clumpy.
Thank you. There you
Jelly.
go.
Oh, I thought jelly wobbles was a thing. Jelly
Well,
wobbles.
I didn't get to shake my belly like a bowl full of jelly.
Jam spreads and preserves is clumpy. See, when using words like clumpy, that is not okay again with food. We
It's
do
got a
not use
clumpy
viscosity. We do
Oh dear.
making me sick here.
Nom, nom, nom.
What is it? Jelly is like jam without the fruit texture. Yes, there you go.
I mean, I have jelly and custard. That's
No, but
That's
see, you
what
also
jelly
you got
is.
when you were here and you got chips at Chipotle, you were
Yeah.
very disappointed
I
that
was
they
very disappointed
that they
chips
were
and
actually
Chipotle.
chips, not fries.
Yeah. And they
Hey,
also didn't agree with my tummy. Yeah.
Well, no, but to be fair, you had just gotten off a really long flight. I had walked you up an
Yeah, I'm not
ungodly amount of
surprised my
stairs,
tummy
and
real wobbly. It's like, what the hell, man?
yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
also,
okay.
they're not chips. Yeah.
They are.
They're crisps.
No. Oh, I still find it weird too that you guys can get chips at a Chinese food restaurant while you're waiting. That makes no sense to me.
What do you mean while you're waiting?
Like for your food to come,
Yeah.
you had said that you get chips sometimes.
Yeah, I
Like
get
they
chips
serve
from
them.
Chinese. They
don't
can serve
understand.
chips like as an extra. I think maybe there was a cultural misunderstanding there. Like if if I order Chinese food, I'll get chips with it.
Well, but you
But
can. You
but you
can't.
can.
I mean, the
You
option is
can.
there at the
Yeah.
same restaurant.
So with English restaurants or takeaways, they always have to cater to the standard of things that English like, because otherwise there'll be fights and riots in the street. So there'll be like authentic food and the English dishes. And because potatoes has always been synonymous with what we can grow in the
Fry
English
them, mash them,
countryside.
put them in a stew.
Exactly. Any type of potato in the chips became the staple. So now that you can go to an Indian restaurant, you can go to a Chinese restaurant, any type of restaurant, but you can normally get like a portion of chips.
That is the most American British thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's like I'm not eating that foreign food. Where's
No,
my French fries?
go back to your country. Also, give me some Chinese. Can I have some noodles, please?
Okay, so chutney is chunky typically. Branston's pickle is legendary.
I like
not-
Mrs.
no.
Bull's chutney. I think that's the best. Which
we
was
stop
banned for a while because of the red dye they used. Yeah.
Can we stop using the word chutney?
I don't know why that's a bad. It's not chuckney. It's chutney.
It's
It's too close to the word. The viscosity of chutney is lumpy. Are you hungry yet? Steak and eggs is great. Yeah, I can get behind that.
I can get behind that too. That's yeah.
And chips.
And
Steak and chips. Yeah, used to be my favorite Friday night dinner because you just take a chip and dip it into the egg. So good.
Oh, see, I will do toast with a runny egg.
Mm.
And then eat the entire thing. Like take as few bites as possible just to shove it all in my mouth.
Wow. Okay.
It's
We're
delicious.
getting. This is some tangent.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Not Without Singing the Blues doesn't like cake, but will eat cupcakes. Mini cupcakes. Cupcakes are already mini versions of regular cakes. When will this stop?
When will this madness stop?
Yeah. People think might be the same ingredients, and it's all in the final form. Yeah, it's funny. My youngest does not like cupcakes or cake anymore. It's a texture thing more than anything. So, there you go. And no. Oh, this is great. What is a grit? Have you watched My Cousin Vinny? Talks about grits in that. Gives a great definition. All kinds of, yeah. But, oh, gosh. Nearly time for the gritters to come out of the UK.
It is, yeah.
Pet lice. No, those are crabs. We went from
Yeah, that did happen. I apologize for Chris. You
What?
brought the lice up. You brought the lice up, man.
Yeah, but you were talking about pubic hair.
Yeah, true.
So okay, we're
Yeah,
both to
yeah,
blame
yeah.
there. When as a student, I lived on beans on toast and
Beans and
alcohol.
Yeah,
And
that-
alcohol. That's
yeah. That's where the money went. Was in the alcohol. So
Yeah.
all you had left in the money was like bread and baked beans. Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys have top ramen over there? Just like ramen in a, it's a soup pack.
Oh yeah.
It's-
So we get pot noodles, which is the
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Same thing,
similar.
yeah.
Like here, they're like a quarter, like 25
Alright.
cents a pack. And so when you're poor, when you're in college especially, that's a big staple of food, what you eat all the time.
yeah. That would be similar to pot noodles or the cheaper versions. Like you wouldn't buy name brand. You'd buy like 49p ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, these are name brand though. These are the name brand ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't think you could even get a generic version of it because they would have to give it to you
It
with
would
money.
just be cardboard by then. Yeah.
Yeah. Grits are hominy. Think something like cream of wheat, but grits taste very different. And I think they have a different texture too.
I thought he was talking about the gritters coming out as in they're going to salt the streets because it gets icy.
Yeah, but hominy, see that's not a good word either. I don't like
I don't know what, as in hummus. Hominy.
No, totally different.
Okay.
Hummus is chickpea. Hominy is like a corn nut? Do you know what corn
Oh
nut is?
yeah. Yeah.
That's what hominy is, I
I
believe.
don't like,
if I'm not
I don't think
mistaken.
I like that.
Yeah, except they're boiled and then smushed.
Grits. I don't like grits. We see some American cooking shows where they take a whole wok of butter and cook that. Is that a real thing?
Butter. Sometimes depends on what you're making, but yes,
Right.
butter is good. Butter is good for you, not the margarine, not the fake stuff, but real butter.
Yeah, it depends on the butter, and if you're cooking it, then doesn't it become carcinogenic?
I don't know. I mean,
'Cause
if
it's
you
the
eat the
oil
pan, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Mr. Flickster likes blueberry jelly. See, there you go. No, but it's like quinoa. Oh,
I like
quinoa is
quinoa.
nasty.
What the?
Why would you eat quinoa? I don't understand
It's healthy.
that. No, it's like mini mothballs. It's like a bug has just given birth or laid all of its eggs on a plate.
Doesn't taste like, you haven't tasted it, obviously.
I have tasted it. I don't like it. We at one point we were trying to be a little healthier, and so stopped eating rice and just swapped it out for quinoa, and that did not last long.
Wow. Yeah, I like quinoa. Yeah.
No, like tasty wheat, everything seems to taste like chicken. Yes. Oh, welcome to the dark side. You have joined at a dark moment. We're sorry.
But seriously, we do talk about movies and stuff here.
We do? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So okay. So Luna's going to check out our 3 Body Problems reviews. See, look, we're back. We're back to movies.
Oh, we're back to movies. Yeah.
Yeah. But oh yeah, really enjoyed the series finale of Fight Night. The $1 Million Heist.
Yeah,
Would
that finally happened. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Niket. Oh yeah, and so the last 3 episodes apparently were good.
Cool.
So you're sorry for typing the word clumpy again. Thank you. That's yeah. Oh, do you have a raisin? Okay, so it's not raisin like the dried grape. It's raising as in raising, but Americanized, so we dropped the G. So Raisin Cane, it's a chicken place. Here in my town, actually, I think it even made it on TikTok. There were rats running across the back counter while the store was open.
I'm happy to say, no, we don't.
Yeah, and I will never eat there. Nope. In the U.S. South, we call haggis chitterlings.
Okay.
I knew there was a reason. That just, no. Gross. Chinese takeaways are legendary for offering anything you want.
Right.
I don't understand that. At my Chinese restaurant, they serve Chinese food. That's it. That's it. There's no.
That's so limiting. You need to.
The small mom who speaks, she is Chinese, and she does not speak English very well, which I'm thankful for, because that means it's authentic. She will come up and she would beat you if you asked for something probably without there, because I have watched her talk to her husband, who is the chef, and that is hilarious. She will open up the door with the order and just yell at him, and then the sweet goes and go back. It's so good. Oh,
sorry, I was distracted there. My wife just came back from having her haircut, and she was going to get highlights, but they seem to have done a whole lot of highlight. She's coming with the face with
not happy or
I
confused.
don't know that she's happy. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh. Indian food popular in the UK because Indians have made it British by adding cream and sugar.
What?
Badger likes the mild spice.
Cool. Should we go back to the best thing we watched?
Yes, we will come back to food in just a little
food
bit.
Critic.
It might be.
We're going to start a new podcast next week. just on the Munchies. Forget the movies.
Yes. Okay. Well, what you got, Ruben? What's next on your list?
I'm going to talk about Hellboy, the Crooked Man.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Jack Kesey picks up the titular role as Hellboy this time round. Probably don't know him from much. You got Brian Tyler, who's directing this time round, and the budget was 20 million, when you compare it to like the Golden Army or the Guillermo's. I
Mm-hmm.
think those were like 100, maybe up there, maybe more. So like this is definitely the indie version of that, and the story is based on the graphic novel The Crooked Man.
Hmm.
I don't know about you, but a few weeks ago I said to you, did you know there was a new Hellboy movie coming out?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, a lot of people thought it was a joke. Like, no. And then the marketing company did not market it at all. I even believe it went to cinema for a couple of weeks, yeah, but nobody knew. There was no marketing. I didn't see a trailer, like nothing. And then suddenly it's on video for demand. Like it just drops like that. And so, I went in thinking, oh, I'll give it a go because I love Hellboy. I have the animated films here. I have the two movies. Love Ron Perlman. But when it comes to Hellboy, I love the darker story. So it's comic book, but it's dark, and fairy tale lore is always fun to have in it. So this time round, if you watch it, Chris, you're gonna laugh because there's definitely some of those accents where you're gonna be like, "You got a pretty mouth." It's set in 1945, I think.
Oh.
So it's then, and Hellboy and his partner, they're on a train. Something goes wrong, and the thing gets loose, and so now he's got to hunt the thing that's got loose, and he ends up in a place where the Crooked Man has a hold over this whole town, and this is where we get these intricate action scenes that are supernatural in nature. There's not a lot of choreographed fight scenes. It's supernatural fights with a few shoot outs. It's always using some sort of spell or um supernatural element in
Mm.
the fighting. But what I loved about this was how brave and clever some of the camera shots were. Really creative, worked really well for what you were getting. And then when they were showing the supernatural elements, it just helped like really heighten that sense of weirdness that you want from an indie horror film. So you taking, I guess the Hellboy character takes a step back from having quip one-liners all the time, but he still is that character. So he will say a few things. It just feels like a more grounded Hellboy, but still has some of those lines that are funny that he'll
Mm-hmm.
say at the right time, or he's just killed a demon or something. He'll have a line after that, but it's not as fast and frenetic as the other films are. This one's definitely more in lines with, if you have seen the animated films, it's like that. It feels like a graphic novel because it is. It's based on the graphic novel, and it's fairly accurate to it. Obviously, they've changed a few things up because again, adaptation.
Sure.
But this was such a surprise. For 20 million, they've done a hell of a good job. I'm surprised how much they could do. There was one time when I saw the CGI not quite work. It was weird because it was working and it was not working. There's a a moment where a lady has a big, thick black snake crawl in all crevices
Mm.
of her, and it looked real. And then at times, because of what was happening to her with the snake, it didn't quite look real. But that was like just a slight sniggle. But how they were presenting it was so creepy and weird. That was really entertaining to watch. There's a slight relationship that's building with Hellboy and his, I'm going to say sidekick, but we're having an agent that's going out on field for the first time, knows
Mm.
all the law, but hasn't had any practical experience. So we have a fish out of water, and Hellboy's kind of got to, protect her, make sure that she's okay. And their relationship is growing throughout. The journey that these two go on in one movie is amazing. I felt like I'd watched 3 or 4 episodes of a
Oh
TV
wow.
series. This was so refreshing, and it may be because I went in with a low expectation, but I think it's because it's actually good. And a lot of people are just going to pass it by because they think it's not Ron Perlman, and it's a small budget. It's going to have that. Some indie films has that we have small budget vibe, but some indie films make it work. And I would say this is a diamond in the rough. If you like Hellboy at all, at least give this one a go.
Interesting. Okay. I It's shocking that like the lack of
No marketing whatsoever. They had no faith in this. It was like they thought the fans were just going to hate it from the get go. But maybe give fans you know, at least give them the option before you kill the movie.
sure. Uh Rotten Tomatoes is not being too kind to it.
Yeah. Well, Rotten
But
Tomatoes is always good. Yeah.
yeah, so there you go. Okay. Uh, um, as promised, Terrifier 3.
Woo!
This, I'm a fan of the series. So going into this, I was already excited to see it. One is just kind of fun. It's you know what I mean? Like it's just establishing, well, all Hallows Eve really established Art the Clown, but this gave him more. He was just a killer really in that one. He's demented and everything else. Two, we get some lore built in, and we get a final girl that we are like, wow, okay, and there's more to her. Terrifier 3 takes what transpired in 2 and then expands on it even more. And
Okay.
so you can watch how Damien Leone he's got this plan in mind, or at least it seems that way, because the amount of like depth to the story now is huge, and where it's going, because you have just this killer clown, Art, who doesn't speak, and now he's come back from the dead, and which in and of itself was a fun deleted or post-credit scene. They do revisit it a little bit at the beginning of in the movie, Terrifier 3. But he's now working with a sidekick and coming after Sienna, Lauren Lavera's character from.
So you can't say who the sidekick is. Is that a big spoiler?
I mean,
is it a character we've seen before?
It is.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
but there's a lot more to that also, and that's where I think this really goes, because the mythology that is now driving this is ripe for exploration. I mean, we have religious imagery that's shown now. We and not like there's there's a lot in this movie. There are a couple of times, especially towards the beginning, where I think it was still having some pacing issues. Number 2 was entirely too long. Okay, I like number 2, but it became numbing.
Yeah, we reviewed that on Patreon recently, and that's one of the things we both said.
Yeah. So this one is a little less long. I mean, it's still over 2 hours. It's like 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay. But I didn't feel the time like I did in number 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, the balance between story and world building and the gore is better balanced, and it's better flowing, so that we go from scenes to scenes, and they build on each other and they complement each other, versus, oh look, there's another kill that was cool, but whatever, so. And the characters, first off, I'll get to the gore in a minute, but the characters, Lauren Lavera is like now Scream Queen. She is one of the, I mean, they have, and what is so great is this indie franchise, kind of like how, Halloween started out, kind of like how Friday the 13th started out. You have a new horror icon, and from an indie type of start. And I mean, art is brutal. And David Howard Thornton, who portrays him, is so good, because he never speaks. But in this, I mean, he is brutal and savage, and then hilarious. There are times that I like literally laughing out loud, because of the mannerisms and the facial expressions and the movements that he does to convey so much without any words.
Is it still the same actor?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And so it's so good there. I'm still, and I hate bagging on younger actors.
Mm.
But the guy that plays her brother, who played Lauren Lavera's brother, Sienna's brother, Jonathan, in
See the same
the
one in number 2.
second, he's the same one in number 2, and he's not any better. He he was it was tough watching him on here.
Mm.
And I don't know if that's how he was directed. Just
I don't know if it's direction then, because it's 2 and 3 would be weird.
yeah, he's the
I mean,
don't
it's
know.
fine. He's done well to be in both films, so he's got
Yeah.
some acting. All he needs is more under his belt, and he'll get there.
Yeah,
He's young.
there was something about it where I was like, you're kind of the weakest point of this whole movie.
Mm.
But it's okay. He's key for what he's in, and it's fine.
Mm.
I really enjoyed though the story of where this is going, because the risks and the peril is there. And just like in number 2, they will introduce people into the story where we're like, oh, I kind of like you, or at least I should kind of root for you. I shouldn't root against you, even if maybe you're not the best of person or whatever.
Mm.
And they off them, right? Well, that possibility exists in number 3. And so you're like, the tension ends like, oh.
That's what I liked about the 1 and 2, actually, because that's where part of the tension comes up, because you don't know who is going to survive this.
Exactly. And everybody's on the table. So this is
Literally.
no, at times, yes. The gore, it is extreme. Which, okay,
Is
you
it as
expect
bad
it to
as
be. It is.
2?
There are times where I was like, oh, that's nasty. And it's not the points where like other people had talked about.
Yeah.
Like I heard, at the opening scene, people walked out, and somebody
Oh,
got sick.
yeah,
And I was like, I don't know about that. It was gross, but there were much more grosser scenes. There are other times where the practical effects, like we were, talking earlier about, if we could make a small movie.
Yeah, 4 million. Yeah.
Yeah. They put their money into the practical effects. And these are gross. I mean, it is that.
Is it worse than number 1 and 2? Because you've recently seen 2. I don't know if you can get worse, but I guess it's more.
It's different. There are new and creative ways of ending people, which I was like, wow, okay, that's
just when you think you've seen it all.
Yeah, exactly. But it also there are moments in here, and I think it's going to affect people differently. That for me, it was this one specific type of thing where you're like, oh no, that's not okay. Whereas other people might be like, oh no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? The theater laughed, at the same times, cringed at a lot of the same times, but then there were other times where some people are like, oh, and I was like, oh, that was cool. So it's going to be a mix. I was actually surprised at how much fun I had with this. Like, we came out of it talking about it, talking about where the story could go with this because of what they have introduced, what they have built upon.
So we're going to get
that
more
mythology. I hope so.
Okay.
I would think so, because it already outpaced the other stupid clown movie that was terrible and shouldn't have been made this week, just in its preview night. So I hope we get more of this.
I mean, there's no reason why, even if Art is killed, because as I don't know if a lot of people stayed for the end credits of number 2, but that shows how he comes back.
Yeah, which I liked. I like that it gives, and this compounds that even more. I mean, it gives us so much more within there. So
I can't wait to watch it. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It really is. I mean, but if it's not your thing,
if you don't like body horror, this is not going to be your thing.
No, and if you've seen the first Terrifier and you're like, no, that's not for me. That's just too gross or whatever. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
No big
you should
deal.
probably
Don't,
tap
yeah,
out. Hey?
yeah, don't go see it because it's not. I mean, why would you put yourself through that? First off, but there's, I don't know. I really appreciated the depth of everything that we got in this. Um, the gore and the violence was just the fun part that was capped on top.
Mm,
So
okay,
there you go. Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Should we just carry on and do our third best thing, and then we'll go to the comments?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's totally fine with me.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So for my third thing, I'm going to talk about Sweetpea. Sorry. So it all dropped in the UK. It stars Ella Purnell as Rhiannon. Let me just say, Chris, have you ever thought that maybe in the dark recesses of your mind, there's a possibility that you could be a serial killer? How far would someone... No. So the first episode of this, the people in Rhiannon's life are so sucky, and it's constant from when she's at school, the belittling and breaking down of a persona, like Glory, the bullying, right?
Yeah.
It's not to that extent of physical bullying, but it's definitely mental bullying that is persistent for years. So much so that she becomes a shell of herself. She disappears. Nobody ever notices her. Everybody that walks past her will bump her in the shoulder because she doesn't exist. When she's at work, her boss will come in and throw his coat over her. Yeah, it's like that sort of thing. She is not seen, and she never stands up for herself. And so the first episode is that, like, it's grating. I was so angry and pissed off. So when she does snap, I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. And that makes you think. And that's what this series plays with, is it's not Dexter, where Dexter has a moral. It's a moral ambiguity, I guess, but his moral is, I know I'm a serial killer, so I'm going to use my evil for good by killing serial killers, which is great. Like, that's fantastic. He's taking out the riffraff and quelling a deep, dark passenger urge that, if not tended to, or at least that's his escape clause, allows him to do the dark deeds. Here, the people are just sucky. And I say just. They're terrible human beings. Like, they're horrible. And, some of the stuff that they do, you're like... But you can see when a person gets to a place where you are the person that's pushed them that one button too far. And that's when she snaps. And then you play the game of how she can keep doing it and make her life better. What's interesting is when you see her do it and she changes for the better, becomes more assertive, becomes more alive. People start noticing her, like there's something different about her, and she hasn't changed anything except she's killed someone. And suddenly people notice her, and her demeanor is she feels like she can step out into the world, maybe ask someone out on a date, tell her boss she's not a coat hanger, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing where that psyche of her being broken down to the point where she's become a killer makes her become a better person, or at least not a doormat. And you're rooting for her to kill more because the people suck, but also you want her to better her life, but also you shouldn't be rooting for her. It's a real dichotomy of how it plays with your emotions. Like, should I be feeling this? I don't think so, but also yes. It's
the
so
best
good.
Self-help ever.
Yeah, and it's British, and it's Ella Purnell, and it's 6 episodes, and it's contained. Like,
there's like, it's a limited series type of thing.
Yeah, it's a limited series. So,
okay. So everything you've said just makes me want to watch it even more. Oh my gosh.
My wife has brought me
Okay.
tea. Thanks, babe.
Is there whiskey in it?
There's not. Yeah, you can throw that. It was horrible. Thank you. Yeah. I have my Star Wars mug that I got from Disneyland.
Disneyland. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
So what's third on your list?
Third on my list is it is a movie. It has a runtime. Sorry, I'm looking it up so I can get everything correct. It's
All
from
right, okay.
It's from 2015. It's an indie film. It's available on Tubi. If you have Screenbox, you can watch it.
Can you do the Tubi intro?
Tubi.
I love it.
Yeah, you if you have Screenbox, you can watch it without ads. So that's where I watched it. But
Nice.
It's called Savageland. And it's this small border town between Arizona and Mexico, right on the border there. And the entire town is just massacred, wiped out. And they have one suspect, one survivor, and that becomes the suspect. And then this movie is like, it's not quite found footage in the traditional sense. It's because all we have is still photos of what happened. You get some news footage afterwards and stuff, but but these are
When did you say this came out?
2015. It's called Savageland. It's 82 minutes. It's short. This is not like, again, knockover grannies to watch, but the imagery that we see, a lot of the photos are very blurry. And so you're like, what am I looking at here? You know, and they'll zoom in on things. There are a couple where you're like, nope, that is not okay.
I couldn't find it. Is it Chinese?
No, it is not.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Savageland, all one word.
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay. Yeah. It's 2015. Directed by Phil Guidry, Simon Herbert, and David Whelan.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
So it's crazy that the rhetoric that's in there is actually like the same rhetoric we hear today, which is disgusting. But it's not a politically motivated film by any means. It's just
right. Okay.
It's using it for the story. I like what this does because this is very atmospheric. It's not scary movie type of thing. I mean, it's not gonna make you check over your shoulder or anything like that. It's just, I found myself becoming very invested because as you start to guess at what these things probably are, they never use the word in the movie. And I loved that.
Oh, okay. And you haven't used it yet either, have you?
No, okay. I haven't.
Because I haven't seen it, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and so it's the way that it's presented, the way that it's set up is very much documentary. Right. And so you don't like a lot of the people who are being interviewed because it showcases their racism or their bias or anything like that. But then you also have some compassion. You have somebody who's working you through the story as well. It was more of a surprise at, hey, this is actually kind of fun. You know, that it worked.
What made you click this one?
Oldest had watched it this week or last week and was like, hey, have you seen this? I was like, no. Told us about it a little bit. And they were like, yeah, okay. You want to watch? And I'm like, yeah. So we watched. And so, yeah, the good thing is it's short. You know, it's under an hour and a half. The storytelling is tight. There's no real shaky cam with it because it's not actually found footage like somebody running. It's just you have still photographs, and you only have so many still photographs. Right. So Anyway, it's fun. It's good for a one-time watch. I don't think I would go back to it necessarily, just because I know what's happened, and so I've like, okay, you know. But if you're looking for something like indie. Again, and that's different, and yeah, there you go.
All right, yeah, it sounds interesting.
Yeah. Okay, you want to go to the comments?
Yeah, we better.
Okay, let's see here. Let me go. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Scrolling back up to where we were. Okay, have either of us had poutine? I don't think I have.
Do you smoke it?
No, it's a food. We're going
It's a
back to
food.
food.
Are we going back to
Yeah,
food?
we're going back to food. Yeah, yeah.
I tried not to.
And not ramen, pot noodles. Noodles is no ramen. Yeah, top ramen. That's what it's called here. Corn nut. Yeah, trust me. You just don't even go. Yeah, yeah. Poutine is a Canadian delicacy. Nice.
Oh, Canadian. Okay.
Butter and burns easy. I cook brown butter chicken a lot. Oh, that sounds so good.
Never had that, but sounds nice.
That sounds really good. Yeah. Badger's rewatching Sliders.
Sliders. Oh my gosh, I bet that's aged well.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. Oh gosh, but what a cast!
Oh
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't eat butter like the mountain couple in Strange. Oh my gosh, I got diabetes from that. Just watching.
Literally, that's where I got the image. I was like, is that normal? Is that how much people in America actually use butter in?
No, not to that degree. Like, but it made me laugh. Like
to be fair, it looks delicious.
Out loud in the theater when he slapped on more, I went, "Good God!" Just I couldn't stop myself. It just came out.
Like having a heart attack now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, Shiny. I'm Asian. Get that quinoa away from me. I agree. Rice all day, please. Yes, please. Oh goodness. Let's see here. Butter stick eating trope in movies and TVs. It's not really a thing, is it? Yeah, people will eat butter, and yeah, the carnivore, they eat butter by the stick sometimes. I mean, I cook with a lot of butter, but you spread that butter on your pretty mouth.
Oh no, you started a new one.
Yeah, it depends on the butter there. I like because you have salted butter and you have unsalted butter, and depending on your recipe that you're cooking, especially in baking. If you already have salt, you don't want to add salted butter to it because it could make it a little too salty or dry or something.
Give you a heart attack. Yeah.
Oh no, it can't give you a heart attack. I'm going to be just well preserved. I've had enough salt and preservatives.
We can hang you up. You eat if a little while we'll have biltong.
Dude, I'm Gen X, so not only did I drink from the hose, eat things that fell on the ground,
me too.
all of these things, I have enough salt in me that literally I will never die.
The 5-minute rule is always 10.
Yeah. Badge, I don't think you're causing any offense between nations. I might be by insulting everybody's foods, but whatever. Spoonful of flora spread in tribute. What is flora?
I think that's a butter spread. Like if you have toast and you put butter on it. It's more like, yeah.
What is a butter spread?
It's just like butter, like you put butter on toast, right?
Yeah, well, yes, absolutly.
Yeah.
But why
you spread it?
Well, sure, but I mean, okay, I'm so confused. Oh, it's yes, Badger.
Thrice the fun, terror and gore.
Yes. So
it's thrice as nice.
It's thrice as nice. Yes. Oh, General has joined the chat. Hey there. Watched Deadpool versus Wolverine a few days ago. A little disappointed. Not sure why. It was fine.
No, but I can see that. Like with the hype of the marketing, it was hard not to be excited about it. And I only saw it. I saw it a few weeks actually after it was out. And I enjoyed it, but I don't think it's my favorite of the three. I think it's my favorite experience of them as a duo, but as a story, I think the first one still is better.
No. There are terrible allegations against Neil Gaiman. Yeah. Still excited to see the upcoming season of Sandman. Separating artists and their actions. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch anything these days, you're going to have to do that because there's almost any Hollywood actor that isn't caught up in some sort of allegation.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it just seems to be the thing.
Except Keanu Reeves.
Can we just keep him safe, please?
Yes, please. Yes. Deadpool and Wolverine, not versus. Well, hey, you know what? We did get versus actually in part of the movie, so you weren't wrong.
Epic fight. Probably the best bits of the movie is when they're hacking each other up.
I don't like how Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie. Was that necessary? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Because think of it this way. We have The Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
It is a brilliant movie that you can watch at Halloween. You can watch at Christmas. Anytime between that if you want. The Terrifier 3, same thing, because it was given the Christmas vibes, except it's just the slasher, which is just perfect. Exactly. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it worked well with the Christmas theme, and it just made me excited for colder weather. Neil is very talented. If the allegations are true, it will be weird, but Sandman is more than the writer. The original artists and editors also shaped the comic books, the direction, the success. Yeah. And Badger is a massive 20-plus year fan of Sandman. So,
yeah, you need to separate the talent with the person.
Yes. Badger saying, the more I look, the more I wonder about Chris's background. Surely that's just fancy red lighting, right? Not blood all over those. Yes, that is a skull.
And that's all. Unless they're all crying.
I in my review, I talked about my neighbor who blasts butt rock at 3 a.m. I'm just going to say that there wasn't any music last night.
What did you do?
Sweetpea, although bullied, projected her diminished self on others. Therefore, she has to keep on killing to keep her self-esteem up. I'm telling you, that's like the best self-help ever.
It's so good. I'm going to release a book, a how-to.
Actually, I have a book on how to murder your coworkers or
Really?
how to murder your boss. Huh. Is it How to Murder Your Boss? I think something like that. Yeah, I haven't read it.
Get
yet
away with it? Or is it just?
I don't know.
Because they get away with it.
That's the hard
important.
part. Yeah, the first part's easy.
Yeah,
that's actually not very hard at all.
No,
but it's the rest of it. Yeah. Was there any movie that caused you to have a nightmare that woke you up? I have a few regarding the fantasy legend. Oh yeah.
Really? As a child? Jeez. Yeah. Because the demon dude, he has in Legend, his horns are flipping big. It's like Hellboy with the horns.
Yeah.
You know, when they grow. And that's a PG, the Tom Cruise movie. And is it Tim Curry that plays that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can see you having a nightmare from that.
I don't remember though any. I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm not saying that. Ooh, I'm cool and there's nothing
Entity.
scares me.
That I saw that way too young, and that gave me nightmares.
Is that the one with Dennis Quaid, the Alien movie?
It's the one where the woman is being raped by an invisible ghost or demon.
Oh,
repeatedly.
I don't know if I've seen this one.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Oh.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
It probably isn't that bad now, but like I watched it as a young teen, and I definitely shouldn't have.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what I mean? That's just that premise though is pretty nasty and gnarly. So yeah, to be or not to be? Yes, it is. Both. I think it's pronounced tubby. No, if you have it, you'll know it's to be. To be. Has anybody seen The Ritual? Oh my gosh. Yes. On Netflix.
Yeah.
And
we talk about this a bit.
Yeah. The novel by Adam Neville is also spectacular. It's a little different. I mean, the movie stays to the heart of it, but both are outstanding, especially if you've watched the movie first, then read the book. Then you can go back to the movie. And I found for me that it didn't hurt the enjoyment of the movie then, because I had already seen it, loved it, and appreciated then the differences from the source material. So, yeah.
Yeah. I saw See No Evil, by the way. No, Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. I didn't think it was great.
Did you like the ending? Did that make you happy? You watched the American version, right?
Yeah,
or
I watched
the English
American
language.
version. Yeah. I mean, I think what's his face? He's great in it because he's so
Oh,
intense. Like, steals the show. Yeah.
and when he rips off his shirt, I mean, he is jacked.
Dude, I was scared, and they did that well by showing how jacked he was early on, because every time you wondered, like he could rip you apart, right? Like, he's that strong, and then he's intelligent, and then he flicks on a switch like you don't know, and like all the reveals. I was like, yeah, totally buy that. That makes sense. You know, like, I can't believe you guys haven't left there already. Forget the damn Teddy. Seriously.
Yeah, well, the original is
The
much
French
more
version.
bleak. No, it's Danish and
Danish.
something else.
So
It's
people
bleak.
don't survive.
It's very bleak.
Okay.
So,
is it as bleak as The Mist?
sort of. I mean,
Ooh, okay.
different, but I mean, it's yeah.
If it's as bleak, yeah, I can't. I'll have to talk to you off. Yeah.
Okay. Another indie horror called The Wind. Great acting and okay. Nice. So, plainswoman faces the harshness and isolation of the untamed land in the western frontier of the late 1800s. Well, it is on AMC Plus in the U.S., so there you go.
Okay.
What do you guys think about the film? About film preservation for important movies, your recent-ish movies that should be added to the cultural archive for future humans to learn from. All of them.
But that is a thing, right?
Yeah, but all
They've
of them.
got like 1,000 movies, and every now and again we get an update that this one has been added.
But see, that's so objective or
It
subjective.
is.
Subjective.
It is. It's subjective. Yeah.
And I don't. I think if you're going to do it, just digitize them all, put them on there so that they in various different formats.
What happens if one day there's like a something and it wipes all of that, or we get technology wiped? We don't have any physical editions.
Well, you should have it buried under lead and
Right.
inside. I mean, I don't know. Just
I mean, if that happens, the last thing we're going to be caring about is movies. We're going to be like, will I live to the end of today?
yes, but see, I don't know about you when you were growing up, but here in the United States, in the early '80s, when the Cold War was a thing and nuclear war was like always the threat. All you had to do was hide under your desk.
Oh yeah, your desk will protect you from
from everything.
Yeah.
So,
just stick your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye.
Exactly. Oh, pretty mouth, Hellboy, have a couple of them.
Yep.
Pretty mouth.
Good bird.
Have you seen the Snowpiercer series? I have not. I know people have liked it, but
Yep. I have.
I don't see the need.
I like the movie, and it builds on the movie, so that's what I liked about it.
Okay, yeah. Red Comet. Hey, all your base belong to us.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Are you
I feel
okay?
Like it should.
Is
I feel
this
like
a
it should
code?
mean something. Maybe. Ruben, I love how it seems you've killed a boss from Elden Ring and mounted it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
killed all the bosses in Elden Ring except one, actually, from the DLC, which I just can't kill.
Oh. My youngest, this is okay, tangent. Because, hey, why not?
Okay.
My youngest was telling me he was watching, I don't know if it was like Critical Role per se, but it was like that. It was a game, and the DM had given somebody this just OP sword or weapon, so that one hit and they disappeared. The
enemy.
The enemy disappeared, and they were like, "Wow, this is great!" So once they knew that, they were just going ham on all of the things.
Yeah.
What the DM didn't say is that when they reached the final boss,
Yeah.
all of the things that they had hit with the sword were there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that great? What a
So it
great
didn't kill
twist.
them, it just spawned them to the end game.
Yes, just delayed the inevitable and then made it just
That's
impossible.
amazing. That's so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Oh, because Candyman made you scared of the bathroom mirror. Yeah, I can see
I
that.
see that.
Yeah. Tim Curry, adjacent. Well, yeah. Hey, you rewatched it chapters 1 and 2. Still think the
Nice.
director messed up chapter 2 by adding scenes that de- that shouldn't have
That
been.
shouldn't have been in. Well, it should have been chapter 1. Okay.
Oh,
Well, at least he didn't
oh,
like make scenes with the kids, right?
oh, yeah. That should have been. Yes, that should have been in season 1. Yeah, the further I get away from them, the less I care about those two movies, which is sad.
And I love the original.
Tim Curry or the first?
Tim
Oh
Curry.
yeah, that one. That's got a special place in the heart also. But yeah, kills were good. Although the kills were good, although the movie was good. Carter, which
and?
is and the
maybe
but the
Terrifier 3.
Maybe yes.
Okay.
Giant Paul Bunyan scene and Ben getting haunted by Pennywise for liking the girl. See, I don't even remember it. So that tells you how memorable it is, really. So probably I'm agreeing with you, kind of. Duck and cover, absolutely, yeah. Hellraiser freaked out when you're younger. Yeah, the pencil in the ankle gave nightmares. Because I watched Hellraiser 2 before I saw Hellraiser.
Oh.
And which I think is the better way to go also because it gives you more lore and stuff. But when he was playing with the box in the wartime scene, that I remember that really freaking me out.
It's definitely better than the first one.
Yeah, the first one's just anyone seen Black Summer on Netflix? Yes. I had fun with it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I just wish there was more. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very tense. Not a lot of people have enjoyed it. I think I saw a lot of hate.
Yeah, I enjoyed it
for it, but I thought it was just fun. So, yeah. Quaddy, you love Matt Berry. That's a valid comment.
I like that comment.
Yes, exactly.
Father.
We don't know the Zero Wing meme. No, I don't know the Zero Wing meme.
Sorry.
I don't even know what Zero Wing is.
That's in a different planet. Maybe Earth. Yeah, try Earth 212.
Recommend a series for Halloween weekend.
No.
Midnight Mass. Haunting of Hill House. Yeah.
No, I just said no. So
you said no. Okay, fair enough. When I was young, I asked the people at the video store every week for it, and they never had it. It wasn't until the new one came out, and I learned it was a miniseries on TV. Oh, wow.
It. Nice.
It.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I miss going to the video store. It was such a fun treat.
It was. There was the point though where we were watching so many movies and I was going to so many screenings because I was in radio that I couldn't go to the new release wall because there was nothing there we hadn't seen. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. And so we would wander through the other aisles, and that's where I found some gems, so that was good.
The porn section.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. The term is enantiodromia, introduced by Carl Jung, describes how the worst parts of someone can lead to development of the best parts.
Okay. Cool. That's probably a word I'll never use.
I could barely say it the first time, so
yeah.
And I was reading it.
But thank you for expanding my vocabulary.
Don't know why, but the witch that snatches baby Oscar in Ghostbusters 2 still freaks you out, especially when her eyes are dim and red.
That was creepy. I hate that bit. Yeah.
Phantasm. You know what? I've never seen Phantasm.
It's another Hellraiser, basically. Yeah. Very cool. Another spiky
ball, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to try that at least.
There was this amazing collector's edition of all the Phantasms in a spiky ball that you took out and it had all the discs layered. Yeah, it was so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Watching Love and Death on HBO. It's a good show. You should try if you haven't. I don't even know what that is.
That's the comedy one from with who directed Thor: Love and Thunder? What's his name?
Are you?
Am I thinking about the same thing?
No.
No.
No, this is Elizabeth Olsen. Two church-going couples enjoy small-town family life into. Okay. So Love and Death. This one is done by David Kelly. This is based on a true story.
Wow, look at that cast.
Yeah, there was also one on Hulu with Jessica Biel called Candy.
Right.
So
same story.
Same story. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay. Well, I'm glad I haven't watched either of them.
What's the one I was thinking of?
With Taika Waititi's thing? I don't. This flag means death.
That's the one.
Or our flag means death.
Our flag means death. Yeah.
Horror scene too soon. The Exorcist.
Yeah.
And then the Cenobites. Yeah, the Cenobites are nasty. That's just.
Yeah. If you see that when you're young, both of those, I'm not surprised they'll freak you out.
Yeah. Rumors you guys are human in appearance only from the waist up and have robot crab legs. Is this true, or is it some other robot legs?
I don't know.
Well,
but
they're...
whoop, 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 whoop.
I love it. You want to join Discord, but how? Ruben earlier up in the chat, Ruben put it. You want to put it again, Ruben? You can do that. No. Okay.
That means I have to do it again. Do you know how long it took me to do it the first time?
Yes. Okay. What are we gonna? Well, Ruben does that. Ruben, what are we gonna go to?
We're gonna talk about our worst thing.
Okay. Well, let's do that.
Okie dokie. Just keep swimming.
Also, I had watched well, because it's the same episode, and it reminded me of a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about IT Crowd. But the one with where the guy wants to eat moss, and that's where also Matt Berry is doing. Someone's at the door. Someone's at the door.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love that character so much. It was so random when he first appeared.
Oh my gosh!
I was like,
so good.
What?
Yeah.
Are you actually what they say you are? the story of him that that keeps.
Oh, just yeah. Okay. Wonderful. What's your worst?
Let me check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I got one. I saw another film, which is crazy.
Did it have a runtime?
It had a runtime.
Okay.
No, this actually wasn't that bad. So it's not as good as like the best thing I watched. It's not in that, but it's in because I enjoyed what they were trying to do. This is one called Jerusalem, but Zalem. I think it's 2015. So it's Jerusalem with a Z.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, it's another sort of found footage. This one, it's weird because it takes the use of the Google glasses when they still were a thing, and it was like the hype. And so this girl is going with her best friend on a trip again. I must have found a algorithm where I watched a couple of these because I watched the Afflicted that was found footage, and this one again. So anyway, these girls go on a trip and they meet someone on a plane. They were going to go to Tel Aviv, but they do a side track to Jerusalem because this guy was talking to them about all the history. He's like a young Indiana Jones sort of guy. And so we, as the viewer, get to see everything through her glasses because it's been recorded. And what's really interesting is like the Google glasses are bringing up like it's recognizing certain people and saying, oh, this is that person with their like a Facebook profile or picture, or it won't recognize someone. But that's what Google glasses was doing. And that's part of the reason why it's not around anymore, because there was this gray area of
privacy
privacy. Hello. Yeah. But anyway, they use that really well. And this film has like an hour build up until it gets to what it is. It gives you a little bit of information along the way. You'll see a news clipping. Someone will talk about something that's going wrong, but there's always conflict. There'll be like this joke because it's Jerusalem. There's always there's always conflict of some sort. But then it starts going biblical wrong, but not just biblical as in every time somebody is mentioned something that is end of days related, just depending on what religion you're in, all of that law kind of starts to play in effect, and then we get half an hour of the shit hitting the wall at the end.
Ooh.
And that all plays in this version of her glasses. So you see very little of the protagonist because he's always seeing. It's almost like you're playing a game, right?
Oh yeah.
So much so that they kind of give you a hint that this is what it's going to be like, because at the beginning she's doing this VR, not VR, AR augmented zombie killing at the beginning with her glasses that she can do as well. And so it's a character in of itself. So how they use that is worked really well. I like the creature creations in this, and I like the lore behind it. I thought it was really interesting. It's quite bleak, like so you'll love it, Chris. This was surprisingly fun. Like I didn't expect much of it, but from the title, I thought this is going to be so cheesy. But it wasn't at all. It was quite good. So one of those found footage gems that is just out there that nobody gives, maybe because of the title, where it was just overlooked and there were better films. But if you're looking for like a secret gem, you could do worse than this one. It's quite interesting.
Okay. Well, I've got it on my list now. So yeah, this is is it when everything just starts to go to hell, is it shaky, or can you see still what's going on?
I mean, it uses quite well. So like if the glasses are knocked off, then you see a different perspective, right? You just see the glasses on the floor with a torch and people running past, or screams, or someone being hurt. So it's very cleverly used. So I don't think it's used shaky as in how you would actually move with glasses on your head, rather than what filmmakers for some reason have depicted of people. Like, this is not how I move. The reason why, or maybe even if I'm moving like that, my eyes wouldn't do that, because eyes have natural stabilizers. So when you're running, it is able to move along, so it stabilizes. That's what should be. I don't understand where it came and who said now we're going to do that with Dutch angle, but it's watchable. So
okay, well that's good. Yeah, well, because I mean, you think if you're watching the found footage with a traditional video camera and somebody's running, it's not on your head, it's not your eyes. What your eyes see, it's bouncing along. But that does get tiresome.
It does, yeah. Cloverfield was tiresome in places.
Oh, that was
And people got ill from that film. But it did work in other places. Like when you just see slight moments of the monster, you'd be like, "What the heck was that?" That worked.
Absolutely.
This was fun, surprisingly. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, for me, I only watched part of this. I didn't even finish it.
So it was poo-poo.
Because it was dog crap. Mr. Crocket on Hulu. A mother embarks on a perilous quest to rescue her son from a demonic children's show host who is kidnapping kids. Now, the premise of this I thought was kind of cool. You've got this, like these little libraries that sit out in front of people's homes. They just appear. Maybe it tells why. I didn't get to that part. But in there's also a video, and it's a kid's video, VHS. And it's kind of like Mr. Rogers meets Barney type of thing. I mean, it's just, it's kids. It's a kid's show with an adult.
Libraries like that, Chris.
Oh, we do too. We have little libraries. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not typically DVDs or movies, but it's books.
Right. More just books. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like everything was so aggravating in this. I only got 30 minutes into it, and I didn't know even why I was watching. Like at the very beginning, it just like happens. You have this really angry scene going on, which is fine. That's how you establish just the tone of this, and the effects were cheesy, but I kind of liked them too. It was gross. I mean, it was it was nasty and stuff, but it was so assaulting to the senses, I think, that even our antagonist, protagonist. I'm not. He's. I mean, he was the villain, but also is he the hero? Um, like I didn't like him, and then we get to another. You know, we jump a little bit of time, and this I couldn't connect to any of the characters.
Mm.
I found myself just being like, this just, I don't know. I don't know why. Because I wanted to. I kept wanting to like it. And I was like, I no.
I think probably about the 40-minute mark of that film, you do find someone that you care about.
Okay.
You do and you do find out why Crocket is actually the bad guy. But in no way is this is a good film.
Okay.
I liked aspects of it. So I mean, I didn't mind him as Crocket because I thought he was weird and creepy. I thought he had that going for him. And then, like as the film progresses, it becomes even more unhinged and weird. And
okay.
Then when we hit that kind of, how do I compare it to like Friday Night Freddy's or Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah.
You get that scene at the end, which is fun. I just wish it would have got there a lot quicker because, like you said, I didn't really care about half of the stuff and the investigation and the why. There was a twist that I didn't see coming.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because I wasn't paying that much attention. But I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It's only 88 minutes. Like,
yeah, and it definitely feels longer than that.
Yeah, it was. Okay. So did I
make the right choice? To it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I did make the right choice.
You're not missing anything at all. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. What do you think? What are we doing now?
Let's talk about our movie that we both watched.
Okay. That sounds good. You want to start us off?
Yeah. What movie did we both watch?
We watched. Sorry, I writing down the time code. We watched The Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yes. Thank you.
This is
this was a first time watch for me.
This might as well have been a first time watch for me because I saw it in the late 80s, like right after it had come out. It's a Wes Craven.
I couldn't believe it was Wes Craven.
Well, at the end you can.
Oh yeah, at the end. I'm like, oh, there's Wes Craven.
Yeah.
But the first hour basically, I was like, yeah, this is such a weird ass movie.
Yeah, you got Bill Pullman. I mean, I liked the premise of this because it pulls in voodoo. It pulls in. There is an actual zombie powder. I had saw a documentary a couple of years ago where like they blow it on people and they just like you almost catatonic. It's like, whoa, that's
but it doesn't work the way the movie says it does. But,
no, it doesn't work the way the movie says, but it's still very yeah. And this, I mean, so it's cheesy because you have this researcher type of dude. He goes to Haiti looking for this this drug that is supposedly
Bill Pullman.
Yeah,
he's kind of like an Indiana Jones researcher.
Sort of, yeah. And it will give you. I mean, they want to use this drug in medicine because what is the purpose, at least stated, is actually a great idea. Because you could be, as an anesthetic, you could be knocked out. You wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah.
You wouldn't remember
what you went through.
Yeah, and it would have less effects, except it doesn't. It's worse, much worse. This. Okay, you tell me, because it was literally the first time watch.
All right, the first hour of this film is unnecessary. we could have had a short, and that would have been a better movie.
There is a lot going on that doesn't really. I mean, it adds up a little bit. We get small pieces here, but there's also so much of it that you're like,
so many characters. I'm just like, what is your purpose? Why you're not really like the caricatures of the bad guy as well. He was so Mr. Bond villain. He was hilarious.
Oh, totally.
I mean, I guess that makes sense for the time. I think what worked is the fact that it is voodoo, the fact that it is the setting and the culture. All of that works well.
Yeah.
And so if it hadn't had that, if it was set somewhere else, like I think I would have tapped out. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. but because it does have that kind of air of supernatural mystery and all that I'm not seeing that much of. Like I've seen a few here and there, but this is largely, thankfully, not like super saturated. So when I went into this, I was like, okay, that's different. I like the how they saying, what they're getting into, and the fact that the corruption of the police is like controlled by the black dark voodoo dude, and he's got superpowers, and everybody's scared of him, and there's this whole kind of backlog of people in power are corrupted and then the people rise up. Like there's a whole underlining story here that I don't know that it necessarily needed to be in there, but it kind of works with the storyline that we're building the whole time, because the bad guy is the guy that we want to try and get rid of, and power to the people, I guess. But
yeah, well, because they were pulling in like real life events type of thing, you know what I mean? Which is great to set a background of oppression and manipulation and all of that. But yeah, I don't know. Do you need as much of that in there? No, you don't. And I agree with like the voodoo part of this, because there weren't a lot of movies. I want to go back and rewatch Angel Heart. From what I remember, that also had like the voodoo element, but also
it's kind of why I like Predator 2, actually, because that had some voodoo stuff in it. It was great.
Yeah, because it's not a genre that, at least in American cinema, is exploited very much, right?
No, it's not. And when I've seen like TV series on it, it's worked really well. Like whenever they have that element in it, it's creepy because we don't know too much of it.
Well, and it's got this weird sense of grounding.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So it's physical. You can get stuff. It's like witchy, but it all kind of makes sense as to why it would work, why it would do it. This is the stuff I'm pulling in. Eye of Newt and 3-day leg engineering.
Yeah. Well, the rituals that they do, I mean, it's gross sometimes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Lots of chickens and stuff
and
like
spit
that.
In this and now drink it. I'm like, no,
yeah,
I'm
not drinking that. Yeah. When we get to the end of the movie, though, for whatever the first portion, I mean, some of the dreams or visions that Bill Pullman has are great. Yeah. They're just
disturbing, weird, perfect 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
When we get to the climax of the film, though, this is where this fully becomes a Wes Craven movie.
And it's worth watching for the end. Yeah.
It doesn't even match the rest of the movie.
Not at all. It's so weird. And I was literally going, oh, now I see where he got inspiration for the long arm effect.
Yeah, like, exactly. Exactly.
So many moments like that.
Yeah. So I think that's also what makes this like so much fun. Is that really campy aspect of the horror that it takes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the voodoo guy literally flew across the screen at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, no,
what am I watching?
Yeah, it took things where you had to suspend some disbelief, but because sometimes these are visions, it was like very believable then, because he's been affected by whatever. But then we go into the end of it, and that's where it's just like, okay, we've taken anything believable now and just set it over here. We're going to have fun. And it was just fun. Yeah. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't like in the end, because of the end, I didn't mind it. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Would you go back and watch it again?
Maybe if I was watching it with someone else for the first time to see their reaction of the movie. Yeah. But other than that, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. No. Okay. Have you all seen it? In the comments? Have you seen Serpent in the Rainbow, Bill Pullman, 1988? Oh, if you're not, you're in for a treat, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, should we just cap it off with like a couple things that we want to watch this week, and then end out with the chat? Does that sound good? Okay,
great. Yeah. I have one thing I want to watch this week.
Oh, okay.
The best thing, and that is The Shadow Strays.
Oh, and that's the one that we're not getting, because I also got the exact same email you did that they're not giving screeners. I was like,
yeah,
no, that's
the one. Yeah. Skilled in the art of killing, a young assassin defies her mentor to save a boy from the ruthless crime syndicate, and she'll destroy anyone in her path. It's Indonesian. It's martial arts. It looks brutal. it's also got a real indie vibe, which I love. So, yes.
I have 2, 3 that I'm really looking forward to.
Okay.
One is called Mads, and it's on Shudder.
Okay.
It comes out at the end of the week. I've not watched it yet, so I believe it's French.
Okay.
But it is a thriller or horror. The reason I want to see it, it is one take.
Ooh. Okay. That's interesting. So creatively, at least,
that's why I want to see.
Dude, how hard was this film? The preparing. Hopefully, there's not a lot of shots or moments where they're using the time to set up what's going on behind camera. So the pacing could be all over the place. You have two people suddenly talk about a bunch of stuff, massive dialogue, because it's one take. So is it off the cuff and then in the general direction? I've seen a few films like that. You're just like, I know what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Or you can be clever and make it look like one shot.
Like 1917. Yeah. So I don't, from what they've said, it is a single continuous take.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going with what they've said. But yeah, so that's what's intrigued me about that. There is also coming to Netflix on Friday, Woman of the Hour.
Yes.
It is directorial debut, if I'm not mistaken, of
her first film.
Yes, Becca.
Amy.
No.
Not Amy?
Amy, no.
Not Amy Adams.
No, it's she's Becca in Pitch Perfect.
Blah, 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 blah.
I feel stupid.
I know her. Like,
yeah, it's
she's such a great actress.
The thing that I can't even. Oh my gosh,
she is in my favorite assassin film.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
I hate it. Sorry, everybody. We do actually watch movies and we do know people's names. Yeah. But yeah, this is based on a true story where a woman goes on a dating show and actually picks a serial killer.
I didn't know the premise. That sounds amazing.
As the date.
Okay. Well, I have a screener, so I'm definitely going to be watching that. Okay,
cool. And then I've started watching this one, and I like it so far. It's on Netflix. It's called Outside. It's a Filipino thriller horror.
Okay.
The camera work so far has been really good.
Right.
I don't like some of the characters, which might be a good thing, because I don't have enough information yet. So I've only started watching it. But from the filming standpoint, I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm enjoying where the story is going. This very slow, unsettling burn going through.
Okay. So, nice. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Cool. Let me go to comments.
Oh yeah, let's go back to the chat here. Sorry, I needed to write down the
Don't forget about the Devil's Hour.
Yes, I'm excited for this. I need to go back and watch the.
You really do. We watched the first episode of the new season, and we were like, "Huh?"
Yeah,
we were like, "Oh, because it's definitely a brain one."
Because this is what's his name? Peter Capaldi. Yeah. Okay. Godzilla scares the living ass out of you. Huh?
Really, this dude?
It depends on the one, I guess. Proof classic. Here's a perfect classic that should not have had a sequel. The Day the Earth Stood Still.
What, did you mean a remake?
Oh yeah. That's I'm sure that's
the Keanu Reeves one.
Mm-hmm. I don't even remember that. I mean, I remember it coming out.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah. Can I just applaud both the sound and visual production department for this week's podcast? Yes, we've had no glitches. That's because not only did I unplug everything, but I got rid of a couple of peripherals.
And I've had the window and door closed for most of it. So
nice.
No neighbors,
Yeah. And how is your battery still going?
Yeah, because I use a HD webcam now, so Yeah. No more battery issues.
Yep. Isn't that nice? It's great. Remake. Yes. Okay. Yep. Remake. See, look, Luna corrected. And yes, and Badger was saying lasting, still lasting, not lading. No gremlins. Oh, okay. So crochet a while and listens. Poo of the week. Elspeth, season 1.
No, really?
What is Elspeth?
Elspeth
Why?
is her character. Elspeth is from The Good Wife. She's a lawyer from The Good Wife, and Elspeth was my favorite character in The Good Wife. And so she's got her own series. I was really hoping that was good. I was gonna.
Season 2 is coming out.
Oh, okay.
On October 17th.
Yeah, I mean, Crochet Wellness. Did you like The Good Wife? Because I love The Good Wife. I've seen all seasons of that, so I do like a good lawyer program.
Sherlock, she is not.
Wait,
I like that.
Oh yeah, she wasn't a lawyer. She was a specialist investigator or something like that. Yeah.
It's American TV, so I'm not going to watch it. Okay. Someone here the other week said Possum was one of the best movies they watched. I watched it, hated it. I'm not sorry. I'm so sorry. I get why people like it, but not for me. That was me talking about it. I haven't seen all of it. I've only seen part of it, and it made me very uncomfortable. It's made by the guy who plays Garth Marenghi in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Matthew Holmes. Matthew, what's his name? Crap. Anyway, yeah. So, Mayor of Easttown. Yes, so good. There is yep, Luna, you're right. A 10 out of 10. That one is
excellent.
There is a moment in there that was shocking.
Yep.
And
so dark, but the performances in that so good.
It is. Yeah. That's a lie. I don't get why people like it. See, that's fair. That's what we appreciate there. That's okay to say you get why people like it. It's okay. That's Red Comet did not like Mayor of Easttown. How come? Crochet a while and listen liked it. 4 out of 5. Yep. Luna was asking. Felt like it was all over the place.
I didn't get that at all.
I didn't either. Yeah. Okay. Historically semi-accurate westerns. Anybody seen Deadwood? I have not seen Deadwood. Not seen much like it since, but a great watch if you've not seen it.
Agreed.
Hell on Wheels was good too. What were you saying, Ruben?
No, I just said agreed. Deadwood is excellent.
Oh, have you seen Hell on Wheels?
Yes.
I haven't seen. I didn't see the last season or 2 seasons, maybe.
Oh,
when they got to San Francisco, I didn't see that.
That was a movie. No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sharp Objects. There you go.
Don't touch them.
Did you start watching Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War Arc, Part 3?
Yeah, I really want to, but I love it so much. So I'm trying to wait till there's a bunch of episodes out so I can just binge, because I get so sad when the credits start rolling at the end of the episode. Like, no, and it's always cliffhanger. So,
yeah, Sharp Objects, good. Amy Adams was great in that. So is Eliza Scanlon. Deadwood, great. Yep, you're right. Sharp Objects with what's her name, Amy Adams. Swearingen did that Deadwood series.
Yeah.
Okay. Movie, not so much. Okay. The answering things. Only seen season 4 of True Detective and liked it, even though it has the lowest rating of the 4 seasons. Ruben, did you get through season 1 yet?
Yes, absolutely love season 1. I still like season 4 more.
Okay.
My wife and I, both think that. But season 1's acting is incredible. The story is dark as heck, and it spans a long time. I highly recommend watching 1. I don't know about 2 and 3. I have to give it a bit of a break because it's so drawing every time you go into new characters. You're so now attached to how these characters are created and who they are going into, and like, because your mind associates it's True Detective, right? But it's not.
that's why I didn't enjoy season 2, and I need to go back to it, is because I had gone right from season 1 into season 2, knowing still it was an anthology, but the tone and the storytelling was so different.
Plus, it's Colin Farrell, right? Like it should be excellent. Number 2.
Yeah, it is Colin Farrell. So, didn't see it. Trajectory, greatest single season of television ever created, in your opinion?
It is very good. Yeah. It took, I have to be honest, it took us a while to get into it, like the first season, because the pacing is so different. I feel the pacing is different to season 4. And so we went into season 1 and it was slow. And every time it got into like the serial killer vibe, we're like, yeah. And then it would get into like some drama and it would, it'd circumnavigate that whole story. Like, please. But dude, from episode 5 onwards, it's so tense.
It's just,
there's that ending episodes, too. Hey. Oh, the ending, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Season 1 of True Detective, okay. It was the best. Skip seasons 2 and 3. I liked season 3. Mahershala Ali, I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. So. I do want to see them. Yeah. 2 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do hear a few shared lines between season 1 and season 4. Things are repeated in
yeah, there is. 4. Yeah, there's a few mentions, yeah.
Yeah. Just curious, Chris, how come sports or following a particular team never appealed to you? Some of it is the culture. Like I don't enjoy the hypermasculine bravado. I can watch a sports game with a lot of people and have fun and root for somebody. NFL games are fun. College football is actually, I think, way better than NFL games, because it's so much more intense, because you have like the rivalry of schools going on, which just, baseball is pretty boring all the way around. But I used to be a huge 49ers fan growing up, through the Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig era. I was a huge Detroit Pistons fan. A lot of that was because in the late 80s, I hopped on the bandwagon when they were winning, and then I enjoyed them for several years. But that was also the Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, those types of Dennis Rodman, like the original Dennis Rodman, those types of things too. I don't know, the things that I really enjoy watching, that I will sit down or search out sometimes, is X Games and motorcycle racing. So I love Superbike, AMA World Superbike, or Grand Prix. Sometimes dirt is fun, but I prefer more, if I'm going to watch dirt, I prefer more of like the X Games, the tricks and everything like that for that. So I'm more
extreme sports,
fringe sport. Yeah. I just that's more fun to me. And which is great, because it doesn't tie up my weekends. That's okay. If that's what you enjoy, then hey, more power to you. It doesn't bother me any that you love football, or that you love, soccer too, football, like world football. I love World Cup. That is I don't.
It's intense.
Yeah, it really is. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's 0-0. Yeah. Have you seen how many shots on goal there were?
The keeper just saved everybody many times.
I played goalie when I was a little kid. I hated that position.
Just like especially if you have bullies, they're just using you as target practice.
Well, and it all comes down to you every single time.
It's the pressure, man.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. I used to ref when I was in high school. I refed 6 and unders and then 8 and unders. 6 and unders are great because it's bunch ball. The only time I ever blew the whistle was to start the game, to end the game, and when they went out of bounds. Because if I didn't, they would keep running. And so, I had parents on the sidelines, no joke, on the under 6s, yelling, "Hey, they're offsides!" And I'm like, dude, who's offsides? Everybody's offsides. It's one big thing running around the ball. I would just look at them and just curse under my breath.
That's not what this is about. Shut up and sit down.
Yeah, this is nothing pro. These kids,
you're offside. Get off the stands.
Exactly. The smile on these kids' faces, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
They should be having fun at this time. And if they're smiling, they're having fun, they're kicking the ball over. Who cares? Yeah, because you have at least 4 of them picking their nose, their butt, or flowers off of the field. Yeah,
probably run the opposite direction of the ball.
The goalie has been distracted by a bird. You know what I mean?
And lying down and sleeping because it is not.
Come on, that was the greatest. And I had to ref one time. I refed a under 13, like a 13 and under girls game, and I told them I will never ref that age group again or older because the parents were absolutely the worst. They were just, nonstop, just barraging not only the players but then me and the other refs, and it was like, I'm sorry, you're not paying me enough to do this. So.
Okay.
So there's a huge tangent there.
Insight in there too.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah. There you go. Have you ever been to any conventions, Comic-Cons? I imagine American ones would be massive compared to the British affairs. Any anecdotes? If so, and if not, would you ever like to attend? Ruben?
Yeah, I've been a few into England ones. You can actually go back on my channel, like early on. You'll see some coverage of where I did CEX, EGX, not CEX, EGX, Rezzed. They're all like, there's Rezzed is the indie games set convention, which is smaller but more contained and normally in London, and then the big one is in the NEC Birmingham place because it's huge, and that's where they go all out, which I imagine is somewhat as big as the San Francisco one, the San Diego one.
San Diego, yeah. Yeah. I've never been to a Comic-Con. I would like to at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to tattoo conventions, which those are a lot of fun. Those are great. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so
How do you not
great.
come out with like 3 tattoos?
Because I didn't have any money. The key is to walk in broke. So,
right.
Because otherwise, yeah, absolutely, I would have, because there are some phenomenal artists. I hear one in my hometown. I was also in Las Vegas when one happened to be going on. I was there for work. And so
that's cool.
Yeah, so I went over to the tattoo convention. I
was in Las Vegas for work.
No, I was. Because I hate Vegas, honestly.
I do.
Yeah, I hate Vegas. But I've been to like a sound engineers convention. So that was fun too. So you have all the mics and the preset, or the processors and all those kind of companies all around. So that was gadgets. Awesome. Yeah, I went to New York for that one. That was outstanding. The audio engineers convention. But anyway, my oldest though did work at a Comic-Con for a weekend and was great. I mean, met so many stars because they were managing basically the main stage, and so they would be walking the artist or whoever it was, the celebrity, from their signing table to their, making sure they got there on time, all of this stuff. And so, I mean, got a lot of pictures, got to talk with a lot of people, and so that was really cool.
That's cool.
So it was, yeah. So there you go. Serpent in the Rainbow reminds me of Anaconda 2.
I don't know that I've ever seen Anaconda 2.
I've never seen Anaconda 2 either. No. Yeah. Angel Heart is a great watch. Oh, it's one of your faves. Pairs well with Ninth Gate. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
Ninth Gate, the one with
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yeah. Where he's collecting the books. He's a book collector.
Yeah.
He's that one book that is super rare because someone has hired him to get that book, and then it turns out to be like opens the gate of hell.
Gateway to hell or something, yeah. What's the most expensive movie watching experience or concert you've ever attended? If I go to the movies and I take my family, it's always pretty expensive. Because if I invite them, I don't expect my kids to pay.
We went to watch Avatar 2 at IMAX at an expensive cinema and had snacks and stuff. And those were like probably £17 each a ticket, which is really expensive for here. Yeah, it was like £150, and I didn't even enjoy the movie that much. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's about, I mean, it's, the tickets here, just regular tickets, are like about $13 each with the discount because I belong to the Cinemark Club. So it's so 13, but there's 6 of us that go, and then snacks for everybody. So yeah, $150. That's not out of the norm. Concerts are typically more expensive. I do know we bought for their birthday one time, my youngest son, 21 Pilots.
Nice.
And so he and I went to that. It was an awesome concert, by
Bet
the
that
way.
was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was great. But that was fairly expensive. A lot of the concerts I've been to, though, I haven't had to pay because I've worked in radio. And so I
Right.
got tickets to like Elton John and Neil Diamond and,
Nice.
all kinds of stuff. So I got to, it was
That's
free.
so cool. Definitely a perk. Yeah.
Yeah, Serpent and the Rainbow, Skeleton Key, Angel Heart, Ninth Gate. All 4 of those. Okay.
Cool.
Well, I've already watched Serpent and the Rainbow, so I don't have to do that anymore. So,
Skeleton
Key.
Key.
Wait a minute. That's the one with
That's
Kate
great.
Hudson,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was good. Really different. I like
I
that.
remember liking that too. Yeah. I'm curious, having to watch and review movies, do you ever find it hard to sit through something you aren't in the mood for, and does it affect your review?
Not anymore, because I tend to just not. It's not worth my peace of mind. Sometimes you'll know something will do well, but you're not enjoying the experience. So now I'm at the point where if I'm not enjoying it, I'm just not going to do it because it's not worth my time and effort, even if it's going to do well. Which is it's just a weird balance because you want it to be more than a hobby. And I would say that we are professional critics at this point, but we're not paid as ones. We're not hired by one. But for your audience, if the film is crap, then it's also your duty to let them know this is not so great. And if people trust your opinion, then you're like, hey guys, don't give this one a go. If I'm watching a crap movie and I'm gonna review it, I'll have that as the frame. The reason why I'm watching this is for my audience. That doesn't mean that I necessarily need to enjoy this one, but be objective as possible. So it does hinder the experience for me a bit, but mostly I will do review stuff that mostly I enjoy somewhat. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, like in the rest of the comment, maybe you aren't in the mood for a slow atmospheric film, but you got to get a review out for it. Yeah, I don't think it affects the actual score. I mean, the critique of it is what it is. I do know though that there are some times where I'm like, I'm not looking forward to watching this, and I have been surprised by that. Like I've come out of that being like, whoa, I'm so glad I did watch this. There's other ones where, yeah, if I'm not in the mood necessarily and I've started it and it's just not clicking with me, I will stop and sometimes go back, and go back to it on a different day, or maybe
like
I'll
Crocket,
watch.
You were gonna review that, but you were 30 minutes in, and that just came out on Friday, so it would make sense to do a review for it.
Yeah, and so I figured, but this show also allows for that too, because I can talk about some of the things that, that maybe I didn't get a chance to review. And that also goes to like what you were saying, Ruben, about, while we're professionals, this is not our main source of living income. And so we have to balance this with full-time gig. And I just don't have the time or the mental space to watch every single thing I want and do a review on every single thing I watch. Eventually, I would love to do that because there are things I have in my head that I would love to do, but the time that it takes, I just don't have.
Yeah.
Versus the thing. One day. Yes, exactly. But I will like to answer, especially about the atmospheric type of thing, or if you're not in the right frame of mind or mood, I will watch something that matches my mood to help satisfy that. It's kind of like a craving. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I want. And I'll watch something like that so that it has now satisfied that need, hopefully totally. If not, I'll watch another thing that fits in that. And then I'll go to, or I'll watch something comforting that, like Dairy Girls, IT Crowd, some of these things that I know so well that it cleans the palate, basically.
Yeah, I do that. Like, I'm like, I've reviewed enough. I need something just for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will do that. Not work, just gonna enjoy it. And then, because you've given yourself space, your creativity bar fills up again. So you can watch something with that in mind. And then, be creative and record and write and do all that again.
That was perfect. Yeah, the creativity bar. Because you have to be refreshed, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent point. I always watch the Prophecy series at Halloween. Any faves you like to watch this time of year? Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, it's a great one. I like. Why do I always forget its name? It's like an anthology, but it's one movie, and all the movies link up together.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat's great. Autopsy of Jane Doe. Although I say you could watch that at any time of the year. But yeah, there's a few that we watch, but then we just also try and dive into to get some new ones also.
Yeah, because there's so much. Like, horror is a vastly untapped. It's got so much there, like, that you can find in those random places. Like when you're going on a deep dive in YouTube, you've watched one video, and then you're a rabbit hole down. Like an hour later, you're on. Like, how did I end up watching this video? That's what I like doing with like in Prime or whatever. You can go to a horror section and it goes more like this. You go to the more like this section and you go, okay, more like this. You end up down many, many branches and it's like, oh, that looks interesting. I love doing that.
Which is why my lists are so huge.
Because you go add.
Yeah, I'll spend 30 minutes stuck in that, you know what I mean? And but I also so not only do I subscribe to Shudder through AMC Plus, but I have I subscribe to Screambox. So I have two massive horror channels there. And then Tubi. Tubi.
Yeah.
Tubi's insane. If you don't mind ads, and I mean, hey, you know what? If you don't have, it's a streaming service I don't have to pay for. I will gladly deal with the ads because they're not that long and they do it correctly. But
Amazon and Netflix, like I pay for ads and I pay for the service and I get ads. So,
yeah, exactly. So I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, but horror. There's a lot of horror. So we do go during this time of year. Sometimes during other parts of the year too, when I just get in those dark and murderous moods, which is all the time.
Which is every month. Yeah.
Yes. What are we guys dressing up for on Halloween? I don't know yet. I might do Terrifier, Art the Clown, because I have a full-on Santa costume also. Last week how I told you I had like 32 masks?
Yeah.
Okay, not only did several more come today this week.
Dude, you have a problem.
But yes. Here's the other part though that's even worse. Yesterday I have a little bin in my office. It's kind of buried, but I was looking for my Santa jacket. And so when I opened up the bin to get the Santa jacket out, which I knew was in there, I found, I think, 5 masks. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Like, I have no room in my office for these, and it's just ridiculous. So there you
got a problem, dude. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, happy birthday, Red Comet. Early.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Gonna try and go to the Dodgers game. Outstanding. Well, my guess is that you root for the Dodgers, so I hope they win.
Yeah.
Nice. In the UK, on your birthday, you have to bring in food and drink for your colleagues.
It's true.
What cake do we get? Bring enough for the whole class.
Yeah, it's a tradition. Yeah.
You never tell people your birthday.
I know
for
this people
reason.
that do this. They know because they don't want to bring. Imagine you got a team of 20 people. Like, that's 2 or 3 cakes.
Yeah. Or you bring in one cupcake and you just chop it up into tiny little pieces.
That's so funny. You should do that.
Coconut and Scrooge.
Wow.
Oh, coconut bounty or mounds. Go with mounds.
Wow.
Never watched The Good Wife, but was going to check it out. Oh, well, see, there you go.
Oh yeah, so it would make
Back
more
to
sense
Elsbeth.
where Elsbeth,
Yes.
where the character comes from. Yeah.
True Detective Series 1 is
Lining in a bottle type stuff.
type of stuff.
Very rare.
Oh, lightning in a bottle.
Oh, lightning. Okay. It's like,
Yes.
do bottles have linings? Why is that rare?
Red Comet. Okay, so it's 76 degrees right now in Woodland Hills. Yes, it is too hot. I have decided, did I just tell you this, that at 72 and sunny, I'm mad. 72 and cloudy, I'm okay. If it's 68 and cloudy, chef's kiss perfect. I have come to the point where I hate the heat.
Yeah.
Have you or are you anticipating being affected by these crazy U.S. storms that we've read about? No, I'm on the West Coast. It doesn't affect me. We get earthquakes sometimes. Yeah, no, oh gosh.
You get earthquakes?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, we live right near the fault line, so.
Oh, okay.
But we don't have earthquake seasons.
Right.
Florida gets wiped out twice a year.
Yeah.
There's hurricane seasons, so.
Yeah, people need to move out.
Yeah. Diehard 49ers fan. Did we just become second best friends? Well, I mean, sure, yes, we can be, but probably not just because I don't follow football anymore. So there you go. I still have a Steve Young autographed jersey though. I work with a 6'5" Lithuanian semi-pro basketballer.
Oh.
I wish I knew less about it.
That's amazing. I can just hear the conversations going on as well.
Oh my gosh. Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, okay. So funny. Ruben, your Goku shirt. Nice. Are you watching Dragon Ball Daima?
Yeah, I am. Has it started coming out? I'm way behind my anime, obviously. Yeah, this is his Ultra Instinct mode. It's such a cool moment when you finally get him to see and do that, because it's taken all season.
5 games that have been made into TV series, best to worst. Cuphead. And that's where my experience ends.
5 games that have been made into TV series. Oh yeah, Cuphead. Yeah, The Last of Us.
I've never played Last of Us.
Oh.
I've never played Fallout.
Okay, well, both of those are great, and both the TV series are great. So that's
I like the TV series.
3.
Yeah.
Please rate 5 games that have been
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, amazing animated anime. That's 5, isn't it?
I don't know. Yes.
I don't know how to rate those. They're all great. Watch them.
Thoughts on Death Streamer and Daddy's Head? I've not watched Daddy's Head yet. I had asked for it so I could look at it early, and I didn't get it, and so now I just have to kind of put it into.
Those queue. Both new that are coming out then?
Daddy's Head came out, I think, this week.
Right.
Earlier this week. Death Streamer, though, I don't know what that is. That's on Tubi. Tubi. A modern-day vampire employs technologically advanced glasses that enable him to hunt and live stream his bloody feasts. Well, okay, so that is a cool concept.
Great. Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for it, but it does sound intriguing. Great memories of Trek and horror cons. Ooh, to the time of Next Generation to DS9. So much fun meeting people who loved what we did before the internet.
Yeah, I would have loved to have gone to a Trek con then. Yeah. I don't really know if I want to go to any con with like the fans, because the fans are so toxic nowadays. They're just
you're getting arguments or fights now because
I don't need that in my life.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just dress up as a giant scary rabbit, and then just walk around cons and enjoy it, like
ask people.
complete onesie, and just scare the crap out of people.
Just ask people why they're wearing that stupid human suit.
Yes, exactly.
um, Elsbeth is a great character, but I don't like the way they did the murder mystery part. Oh, they show it in the first 10 minutes, and she just tells everyone who did it for the rest of the hour. Oh, see that?
There are a few series that do. Murder She Wrote used to do that.
Luther does that also, but see
Hmm.
the it wasn't about the mystery necessarily with Luther. It was all about the chase and the pursuit.
Yes, so then we're gonna get the bag, and we might know who died, but we want to see who did it.
Yeah. Well, why, or can they catch
why?
them? What are they? What else
Yeah.
are they going to do? Yeah, that's where I really liked it, because I mean, I love the mystery ones, but I think you can almost only do that so many times. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to give Elsbeth a go and see, why it's not working, and then I'll fix it for them. Obviously.
Yep. For people have paid out over 400 quid per head, for big names. I wanted to go see Pink, and when she came here, it was like the tickets had reached like $600 or something
That's
like
insane.
that for nosebleed, and I was
That's
like, I can't.
insane. Why would you pay that much? I'm sorry. I'll just watch it like a digital concert,
Yeah,
and from the comfort of my seat and enjoy the music.
gladly pay twice the cost for a private movie experience. That would be fun. A
Yeah.
private movie, that would be.
Yeah. Way more exciting. Take your friends and family, like who you want there with you. Yeah.
Exactly. And that way I can kick them if they start talking during the movie.
Yeah. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. AMC standard movie tickets 15, IMAX 25, IMAX 35, 3D is 35. Oh wow! In 2014, you saw Godzilla in IMAX 3D for 13. Yeah, it tells you how much they've jacked up the.
Yeah. It's part of the reason why cinema is dying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Luna's saying too. Yeah, that's what's part of the things have diminished that. Critics, do either of you find yourself audibly providing balanced reviews while going about your day like grocery shopping? I critique people all the time. I walk up to them and I say, well, you should probably put that cupcake down because you're rounder than I am. I don't ever do that. No. I talk to myself quite often, though. I think that's how you keep sane sometimes.
That's not what sane people do. My wife apparently does this when she shops. She talks to herself a lot, and she's now realizing how much she does it. It's like, I literally sound like the person with the cat lady at home,
Well, but you know what? People with Bluetooth in their ears with the buds or whatever.
All right, true. You just go that way.
There's so many times where I literally thought somebody was talking to me, and then I'm looking at them for a while, and then I realize they're actually on the phone with somebody, and it's like, okay, well.
That's when I do the thing, and then they're not talking to me. Cool.
Oh, American, but have lived a very long time in a country where there are no theaters.
What?
So the last time you were in one, the tickets
at the
were
Antarctic?
$4-something.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's a long time.
Where you live sounds I mean, it sucks that there's no theaters. That would hurt me. But it sounds like a peaceful.
Yeah, maybe quality of life is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, okay. My wife has joined the chat.
Yeah, you do have a problem, Chris. Hey, look, you could have way worse problems. Like, at least it's not Coke, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Best you don't wear them to bed, Chris.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I found out too that I have now 2 Ghostface masks because I didn't realize I had one because it was in the bin, and so now I have 2. Yeah. So anyway, I do have though all 3 Terrifier masks. So I have Art with no blood on him, Art with blood on him,
That's
and
cool.
then Art
That's
is Santa.
Cool though. So, yeah, I like that. Yeah, you're gonna have to get the one for every film, right?
That's what I think. Yeah, exactly.
When you're 80, and it's like Terrifier 24. You'd be like, okay, guys, here we go.
Oh, best scene in Donnie Darko's the tracking shot through the school where Tears for Fears head over heels played in the back. Yeah, it's such. Oh,
I love
I
that
just want
film.
to sit down and rewatch that again.
Mm.
Yeah, like figuring out the mystery yourself, not being shown in the first 10 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh, you're disappointed. You thought of me. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Let's.
No, what's he gonna do, guys? Look what you've done, love. Oh my gosh, I don't like clowns at the best of times. And yet I have a weird clownish mask right next to me. Yeah. Yeah. What did you do? Oh my gosh. And the anticipation is probably scarier than what it's going to be, but it's probably going to wait. Yay. Does that one have the hat on it? Oh, it's there somewhere. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nice. That's fantastic. Thanks, Lavia, for doing that. That's just exactly what we need. And there's a the ASMR is great.
Can you hear me through this?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see a damn thing.
Okay. That as a whole do you look
That is a. Wait a minute. I'm all crooked
art.
now.
Brilliant.
I can kind of see now.
Brilliant.
A little bit. Does that?
Yeah,
Does
it's
that?
great.
Does that help?
I don't know. How are you breathing? Are you hyperventilating yet?
I am, and it's it's so hard to breathe, and it is so hot. I
Oh
almost
my
wore
gosh.
this or brought this to the theater with me,
Oh,
but I
really?
was afraid that they would have kicked me out.
They might have.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, see, nope, everybody.
Yep. Nope.
We would like a sketch of you following Ruben and tackling him with the mask. Oh, I think we can make that happen.
I
Omar,
vote
hey,
no.
wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Oh, right comments.
Such class with the glass, right? It just you
Just
know. I
adds a
mean,
whole
art.
new dimension to art.
It does. I mean, he's studious now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant. Oh my
Oh yes.
gosh.
Oh gosh. Oh, you can't hear me at all.
I can.
Okay. You
Yeah.
can. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. With some old man power. Yes, exactly. All right.
Well, on that note, as Chris takes off his second skin, what are you guys looking forward to in the coming weeks? I think we're going to be wrapping up now. I think we were trying to be more concise with our runtime, and yet we still managed to go 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us. Glad you how you that everybody got to hop on and see that yes, I'm not sure how I feel about that after that either. I'm not either. I'm like wildly hot too. But we do appreciate you listening, joining us.
What's Heretic?
Oh my gosh. Have you not seen the trailer for Heretic? You need to. It's Hugh Grant playing this older man. I mean, he's himself. And two they could be Jehovah's Witness, they could be door-to-door Christians, they could be Latter-day Saints, whatever, come to his door to spread the gospel.
Oh,
and he invites them in.
Brilliant.
Dude, I
Where's that coming out? Is that theater?
Yes.
Ah,
In is it end of October? I
right.
think.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe it's November. I hope it's not November. November 15th
Yeah.
here. Yeah, no, you gotta.
Okay.
Yeah, Sophie Thatcher, who's in uh, Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Hugh Grant playing this role.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be excellent. He's got great comedic timing, but just great timing. So it's going to be really interesting to see him play this role. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah. Love us. Oh, thanks, General. We appreciate that. Hi, Prolini. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your
You
name
caught us
there.
just at the end, but it's great to have you here.
Oh, yeah. Hugh Grant in his evil era instead of the rom-com.
Yeah.
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 Oh, they did push it to November. Okay. Looking forward to Venom: The Last Dance at the end of
I am
October.
as well. Yeah.
I think it's going to be ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Like
But
I'm not expecting it to be good, but I'm expecting it to be better than the last one at least. So
yeah.
which can't be
So-
hard. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, there you go. Everybody, thank you again. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Ruben with the Ruby Tuesday. Me, Chris, Movies and Munchies. Also, as Ruben had talked about earlier, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/thebeardedones. £1. £1 is the entry into that. And so you can all kinds of stuff. You can even watch for free. There's some of them that are in there that you don't have to pay to watch. And then the £1 gets you just entry into everything. If you want to request things, there is more to do there. And so there's different tiers where you could request series, you could request movies, you can do both of those. So anyway, we have a great community there. Also, don't forget about the Discord. It's in the link in the chats. We'll put it in the descriptions as well. Outside of that, though, Ruben, I think we're good.
She's got a pretty mouth.
She does a pretty mouth. Thanks for everything. Have a great Saturday, you too, or Sunday, wherever you happen to be. Take care. All right, everybody. We shall see you next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.